All right, finish up your laps. Finish up your laps. There'll be another one going up on the stand.
21.7. 29.6. 27.2. 23.5. 35.7. 25.1. 24.7. 114.6. 22.7. 28.5. 26.7. Matthew Miller, Devin King, Candy Eunice, Johnny Chase, Gavin Dyke, Josh Brothers, BJ Fossey, Chase, Marcus Ramirez. 20.3.
Right, we are going to do one more practice after this.
22 flat. 23.1. Anya 21.4. 27 flat.
Hi, you guys.
22.2. 30.4. 20.3. 33.4. 22.8. Real alone. 22.9. 25.7. 24.1. 21.5. 33.2. 38.5. 55.9. 32.4.
One more, then we're going to roll into a driver's meeting. So 5 minutes, driver's meeting. Everybody start making your way over. Bring your cars for a picture. Bring all of your cars. We'll get a picture of the cars and drivers today.
19.9. 20.6. 24.7. 31.8. 28 flat. 22.5. 21.7. 26.6. 32.5. 39 flat. 41.5. 23.8. 108.2. 20.5. 27.7. 25 flat. 28.6. 28.3. 42.3. 28 flat. 23 flat. 20.5. 36.4. 22.8. 21 flat. 24.8. 29.3. 58.5. 20.7. 24.7.
All right, line up the bottom of the stand.
21.2. 20 flat. 44.7. 35.7. 30 flat. 24.6. 24.5. 113.4. 31.2. 20.3. 22.8. 21.1. 28.1. 23.6. 20.4. 30.4. 28.2. 21.5. 23.8. 48.4. 39.5.
All right,
25 flat.
Finish up your lap. Finish up your lap.
22.3.
Finish up your lap. You're on.
21.1.
Last practice going on the stand right now. Then everybody bring those cars over for our driver's meeting. We got 5 minutes to a driver's meeting. Okay, I'll just stop. Wait. There you go. Last practice going up now. Brandon's got everything working back online in the computer booth here. So we'll be good to go for the day. Thank you, Mark Rodriguez, for the donation of 2 computers, not just one, that is keeping us racing today. So having that backup is coming through real good right now.
Matthew
All right, if
Yoshi.
you're on the stand, head out to corner marshal, please.
2:55
5
flat.
minutes clock has started.
Jim Balazic.
11:15.
20.4. 133.4. 629.8. 37.6. 23 flat. 36.1. Green 1. 26.5. 32.7.
All right, all racers, make your way over with your cars. We're going to line them up here soon as this one is done and get in. We'll probably put them over here on the straightaway.
30.3. 118.7. 24.1. 19.9. 28.6. 27.6. 27.3. 25.3. 29.9. 140.2. 27.5.
All right, 2 minutes remain in this one. 2 minutes.
26.7. 27.4. 24.8. 19.6. 19.6. 25.9. 31.8. 40.3. 48.8. 19 flat.
All right, finish up those laps. Finish up those laps. Everybody make your way over for our driver's meeting. We'll quickly have a driver's meeting and get racing here hopefully by 11:20. So
26.6.
not bad after what we had to deal with this morning in the booth. Thank you, Brandon Dyke.
21.1.
Go ahead and kill practice when you have a chance, Brandon. All right, everybody bring your cars over. Line them up over here on DieHard, RC, Tekin, and Garage Door Guys banner. Just line them up along the backstretch for our picture. Bring those cars over, line them up for the pictures. Everybody make your way over. That includes the Rugrat Pit. Come on over. Well, this morning started off kind of interesting. We had a little bit of a Mother Nature scare there that I blew a fuse over. We've had enough of these scares so far this season, but looks to be good to go. New computers up and running, so hopefully we'll get those out of the way early. Some of those technical difficulties are out of the way now. Brandon, give me a little bit more on my mic. Good. 10-4, 10-4. That should be good. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Race 4. We've got upwards of 170 entries. I lost microphone there. So it's going to be a good day of racing, and we've got full classes, so corner marshaling should be nice and smooth. Listen up, drivers. We're talking about our race day. Listen, please. All right, you guys getting them all sorted out. Look at all that. Look at all those RC cars shining, ready to go fast. All right, we're getting pictures taken of all those sweet-looking cars right now. I want to thank our sponsors, Team Associated, the Garage Door Guys, Badger Machine Works. So that's Mike Hood, Badger Machine Works. He is located in this white tent. If you want to go see Mike about some banners and stuff, he is here racing with us today. Team Brood Racing. Techno, Elite RC, J&S Hobbies, Marysville, Washington, on State Street. So please support our local hobby shop. They have supported our programs year after year. Macklin, A-Main Hobbies, J Concepts, Will Speed, Lunsford, Tekin, Max Amps, and Toyota Lift Northwest. Thank you all for the support of our programs. So some housekeeping things for Santa Can. So we've dropped a second one here. If you're a private fella, you can head down over here to the mini track. There's one over there. Rarely gets used. Just a little secret. There's one down here by the RV on the side of the road. So there's 4 Santa Cans in the park. If any of them need attention, see Brenda. Yeah, or see Kevin. Kevin owes us one. Speaking of, Kevin, where are you? There he is. PDX. Him and Rob came up from PDX to support today and race with us today. So he says he's just a racer today. That's all he wants to be. So thanks for coming up, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go over the corner marshaling duties out here so that I don't think we cover those in detail enough, and so we're going to cover those right now. So this position right here, its primary job is right here, okay? That position right there, right here. So the orange cone, so listen up. If you're new, you really need to listen to this, and if you're racing today, this orange cone right here, and then have eyes on the back of your head for something back here. Okay? That yellow cone is right here. Right here, and anything that falls off the table here. So right here. So this is just general area here. This yellow cone on the A-Main Hill up by A-Main Hobbies, that's right there. At the other side of this double and onto the wall. And then right where Glenn is with the orange, that's the wall ride. You can walk up the wall ride like it's a staircase. You don't have to try to crawl up it from there. You can walk up it like a staircase. Triple, that's pretty much self-explanatory. That's high risk. I wouldn't suggest going there if you're slow, old, or new. So we put our our spry fellers over there and fellettes. This cone right here is, another thing we got to talk about. The loop moved. This cone right here is right here. Yeah. I think we'll move him right here. Okay. Loop is here now, you guys. And then I'm going to bring up that conversation that hit the Facebooks this week due to this. We moved the loop, okay? That takes out anything. If you have this send it in you, you don't have to do that now because the loop's here. Last week we had it here, okay? So that allowed a send it mode and brought up a conversation that I think we should talk about. For years, we've kind of taught these young racers and everybody here, we've said, race it to the line. And that has created this culture of send it, right? This send it culture. It's a lot of fun. It's off-road. But these are expensive cars. There's some nice paint jobs. I think we need to realize when we say race it to the line, the racers that have skin in the game are 1 through 4, okay? So if you're racing for 6th or 7th, somewhere along the line things didn't go well for you during your race. Somewhere during the race things didn't go well. Maybe just settle back and take that spot instead of sending it and put somebody else at danger or equipment at risk over 6th or 7th place. In that situation, a couple things came across. The fact that we put the loop over there, opening that opportunity. I think we as racers have shown these younger racers that send it attitude. And I just wanted to have a conversation this morning. So is that clear? Does anybody want to bring up anything around that? So if you don't have skin in the game, when we say race it to the line, just take the position. I mean, 1 through 4, they're the ones that are really battling for the podium at that point. Okay. Other than that, those are just track etiquette things that we're trying to teach out here and just have a good sportsmanship. We have a lot of young kids that are here. They're watching us. We're showing them, you know, they're going to watch us by example. So just please keep that in mind as you race through your day. And that includes your driver stand etiquette. Keep your mouth clean. Don't sit up there and cuss and swear. These kids are watching. We got brand new racers here. We get wrapped up in our races. I know we're competitive people and things slip out. That's going to happen. We're human. But just try to keep a filter on, you know, and that's all we can ask of you. There's zero tolerance for fighting here. I ran into a situation last week where I had to 86 the first person out of the park. I never thought I was going to have to do it, but we had to implement it last year, and I stand to it. Zero tolerance for any kind of altercation there. Next race on turf, July 30th. Next race here at DieHard next week. We have Justin Wildy with Wildy Events coming into town. We have a 2-day race on the dirt track. This week we're changing over the dirt track for that layout, so it will be closed all week. Brandon Dyke, you ready for your moment there? All right, so class sponsors, Novice is Team Associated, 21.5 is Team Evans of Windermere, Open Truck is the Dyke family, and then Open Short Course is Toyota Lift Northwest, and then we have 13.5 is James and Dalen Brown. So thank you guys for the contribution there. And then just after what we've gone through this morning, I want to take a second to thank again that man right there in the Associated shirt, Mark Rodriguez. We are still online, and we've got a brand new computer now up and running that we had for a backup. So thank you, Mark, for keeping us in good shape there. We got Kay and Grace Grill open all day, so she'll be cooking up the goods for you guys all day. Please support Kay and Grace so she continues to come out and feed us and keep us happy out here. Keeps us from all going to town and having to deal with that during the day. So.
Those of you who aren't racing or have a break, there is Klahaya Days going on in Snohomish. So just be aware, if you do drive somewhere to go get food in Snohomish, it's going to be busy, and you're probably going to get stuck in traffic. So that's why Kay and Grace Girls here. Probably your best bet would be going back towards Monroe if you wanted to go somewhere to eat. But if you want to go and check out the carnival and stuff that's going on for Klahaya Days in Snohomish, it's awesome town. So check that out too.
Okay, yeah, Yoshi's ready. She's just, he's rubbing in the ball thing. All right, I think that covers it. As far as the corner marching situation, are there any questions as far as what your duties are, what cones mean, all that? Okay. All right. Yeah, there's no cone there. We'll cover you. Yep. We'll have a cone on the back side of that wall.
Brett, I'm all set up in here. We're good to go.
Go ahead and go over the format, please.
All right, so we're doing 2 rounds of qualifying, and we're doing mains, single mains today. So 5 minutes for each round of qualifying, 5-minute mains. The format of the day is going to be pretty standard. You're going to go up there and you're going to race, and you're going to come down, and you're going to see that there are tables at the base of the stand. And that's a pretty good place to put your car before you get right back out there to marshal. So stadium truck. I believe I've got 1 heated stadium truck that's a little bit light. I got 7 and 6, so I'm going to need a little bit of help with marshaling there. And round 1, we do not have anybody back-to-back, but if you do wind up being back-to-back at any point during the day, it is your responsibility to arrange a marshal for your race. So please don't make me look for marshals. Marshals is what keeps the program going, and lack of marshals will keep us here all day long. Now, we do have lights, but I think some of us would rather be done at a decent time, get home for dinner, or stay out and practice. So with that being said, we've got Novice that's going to be up first, and Novice is going to run their program. We're going to do all volunteer marshals for Novice, and then 2 mod will marshal race number 2. What's up, Brett?
I added a table, so when you come down the stand, there's an 8-foot table here for your cars to go onto that table. Put them directly to that table. The nice thing by moving the booth is we can keep track of that, how you come down the stand and drop your cars. The reason we moved the booth is simply because we lost touch with the driver's stand. We didn't even know who was up there. It was just hard to see from over here. So we're trying something new this week by moving it over here and having direct contact or visual sight of the driver's stand. It just helps the RD a lot. But that 8-foot table is for the cars. When you come down the stand, drop your car on it and then head out the corner.
All right, so with that being said, there is no excuse for me to be looking for marshals. No excuse whatsoever. I know it sounds like a beat a dead horse every single race, but generally you guys are pretty good about it. So with that being said, it is 11:16 right now, 11:17. Let's do National Anthem, and then 11:20, as close to it as possible. Let's get race number 1 out there. So gentlemen, remove your hats. We got flag should be posted up right to the right side, or your guys' left side of the booth. And we'll do National Anthem.
right, Brenda has one more thing, and then we're going to go racing.
I just want to let anybody here who's not a member know that there is still a lot of stuff going on this season. We're hot and heavy doing Tuesdays and Thursdays on Turf Tuesday, and Thursday we do Techno Thursday. So those are included in membership. So you get entries into our weekday programs, you get a camp, and it includes your immediate family. We've got the turf track, the dirt track, the crawler course, the sand rails are going in, the sand drags are going in. Tomorrow we have a drag race here, and then camping, all sorts of things, the mini track. So make sure that you check out all the things in the park, and if you have any questions, come and see me. Kane Gray's Grill is ready for hot dogs, Italian sodas, Red Bull, all the yummy treats, and she's got iced coffee, and some little charcuterie snacks with meat and cheese we brought in today. So those who don't want a hot dog.
Guys, I've already gotten one question about where to find the listings and everything for the day. So heat sheets and all that, race results, everything are going to be at diehardrcracing.liverc.com. Also, if you're tracking the stream or anything like that, you want to show your race to somebody, the stream is live on YouTube, DieHard RC on YouTube. As well as diehardrcracing.liverc.com. All right, let's get our novice drivers to the track, please. Let's fill this track with volunteer marshals. Drivers for race number 1 out to the track, and let's get our volunteer marshals as well. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. All volunteer marshals for novice all day. Get that one out of the way. What's up? You don't have me in short bursts. All right. Yeah, let me add you there.
Anya Dyke. Richard Orr.
All right, James, you are in race number 7. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Up next, race number 1. Novice by Team Associated. Heat 1 of 1.
All right, drivers, if I could get you all to park in the double, park it all in the double. I'm going to have to check you guys all one at a time. Track is closed, park them in the double.
OKO.
All right, let me get Briella across the line, please. Briella to the line. Briella Lalone, could I get Briella to cross the line, please? Is Briella on track?
Briella, drive over here. The loop, by the way, novice, look at me. My hand's waving. Novice, the loop is right here.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Right here, the double stripe. And Briella.
Oh, my bad, Zach. I saw one pink car there.
Briella alone.
Was her. All right, we got Briella. Let's get Dennis. Dennis across the line. Dennis Holton.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Dennis Holton.
All right, OKO. OKO to the loop, please.
30 seconds to the start of the
You
race.
did, but I just want to make sure that your transponder is in your car, not somebody else, that's all. All right, Richard Orr across the line, please. You're good, Oliver. Get up on the stand,
15
buddy.
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Richard Orr across the line, please.
Less than 5.
All right, one more time, Richard. One more time.
Richard Orr.
All right, Morgan Bailey. Morgan Bailey across the line, please.
Morgan Bailey.
All right, Jim Kudaba. Jim Kudaba across the line, please.
Jim Kudaba.
All right, Maddie across the line.
Maddie Fields.
All right, Robbie Frost. All right, I'm going to need a couple more marshals out there, please. Let me get more marshals out there.
Robbie Frost.
All right, Rob Runyon. Rob Runyon.
Rob Runyon.
All right, and Kathy Carbone. Kathy Carbone.
Kathy Carbone.
All right. What's my marshal situation look like out here? Mike, do I have a marshal behind me over here? Do I have one over there? All right, thank you guys. All right, drivers, this is our first race of the day, novice class. So the way this works is I'm going to call out each one of you individually. You're all going to be on your own clock. So if somebody's coming up behind you and they're going fast, let them by, right? It's called IFMAR qualifying, IFMAR format, and you'll go faster if you can follow somebody who's going a little bit faster. So the goal is just don't run into anybody, right? Keep it on all four wheels. Novice class, there's no shame in rolling the jumps and just trying to stay between the lines. So, all right, we've got drivers, we've got marshals. Briella, you're going to go on the tone. Everybody else when I call your name. Dennis Holton. OKO. Richard. Morgan. Jim. Anya. Maddie. Robbie Frost. Rob Runyon. And Kathy. All right, we are off and underway. First race of the day. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. It's a little bit of a wild card in the race setup to have to build a computer from scratch this morning, but we're okay thanks to Mark Rodriguez and that second backup computers. So thanks again, Mark. Otherwise, it would have been a lot more challenging to dig up another one and have to sit here and deal with a dinosaur that takes 5 minutes to change races again. So Mark Rodriguez, you're a godsend. Morgan Bailey leading us around on lap number 1, 27.8 last time by Maddie Fields in that number 2 spot at 28.2. So drivers, keep it clean. We got one stuck over here after the triple. Thank you, Mike. Anya, just settle down, sweetie. Just a little bit at a time. Keep it in the middle of the track. Roll the jumps if you have to. Minute 30 into this one. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Maddie with a smart decision there. Lands off center on the triple. Rolls it on the outside. And Maddie's currently in that number 3 spot, looking to improve here. She comes across the line in that number 1 spot with a 21.5 or a 25.5. So Maddie Working on transitioning into that 21.5 class. Got one down on the right side of the track here. So we got to identify what we're calling different spots. So the triple section is obviously in the front. The step down section coming down off the wall ride. We'll have the S's, which will be after the triple. The tabletop is pretty obvious. The rollers is right after that. Right side double. Then on the back straightaway, then we have the roller coaster, and then the left side double in the wall ride. So guys, kind of pay attention to what's going on there. So Maddie Fields is out front. 2.5 into this one, 2.5 to go. Morgan Bailey in that number 2 spot. 11.522 for Morgan, showing 5.5 seconds behind Maddie. Triple. All right, 3 minutes down and 2 minutes to go. Maddie Fields showing 11.505, looking for 12 laps here in this run. Morgan Bailey 11.527. Oh, Maddie with a slow one there, 35.9 now at 11.520. Minute 35 to go, drivers. Got a whole bunch of drivers. OKO goes the other side. OKO goes to the other side of the track. Got 2 of them stuck in the triple, guys. These cars going everywhere. Ricky, one behind you, one behind you. Four down, 1 to go. Caution triple, caution triple, caution triple.
1 minute left.
So Maddie out front, 11.520, 523 for Morgan in that 2 spot. Morgan with a slow lap here, though. Morgan comes across the line with 33.6, now showing 9.6 back from Maddie. Rob Runyon in that 3 spot. Richard Orr in that number 4 spot, followed by Jim, Oliver, Anya, Robbie, Kathy, Briella, and Dennis.
David, can you hear him okay?
30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go, drivers. Less than 5. Less than 5. And drivers, that is time on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you done.
OKO done.
Triple, caution triple, caution triple.
Rob Runyon done.
Oh, Anya, don't beat up Maddie like that. She's the
Jim
leader.
Cudiba done. Maddie Fields done. Morgan Bailey done.
So Maddie takes
Anya Dyke done.
the win and
Briella
the
Lalone
round
done.
1 TQ. 11
Richard Orr done.
11.525.
Kathy Carbone done.
Morgan in the 2 spot.
All drivers are
Richard,
finished.
Rob, Jim, Oliver, Kathy, Anya, and Briella. All stop, all done. All stop, all done.
The race is completed.
Drivers, park your cars. Let me get my drivers 12 and older. Let me get my drivers 12 and older back out there to marshal. Up now is going to be race number 2, 21.5 two-wheel drive
Up
buggy
next,
presented by Team
race
Evans
number
of
2.
Windermere.
21.52 WD buggy by Team Evans of Windermere. Heat 1 of 3.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 heats of 21.5. This is heat 1 of 3 for 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. We've got Jackson Dunn, James Brown, John Dunn, Brandon Eubanks, Scott Dyke, Josh Brothers, Gavin O'Reilly, and Mark Rodriguez. And guys, if you need to see heat sheets or anything like that, diehardrcracing.liverc.com has everything. diehardrcracing.liverc.com.
Brandon
We had all
Eubanks.
sorts of issues with
Gavin
Live
O'Reilly.
RC and Lifetime not syncing up on Tuesday, but we're all good today.
James Brown. 1 minute to the start of the race. Mark Rodriguez. Josh Brothers. Scott Dyke.
All right, looking for a check on
45
John Dunn
seconds
and
to the start of the
Dunn.
race.
John Dunn, Jackson Dunn. What's my marshal situation look like here? Do I have a marshal at the end of the triple? Jack, are you marshaling there for me? Not Jackson, Jack.
30 seconds
Thank
to
you,
the
Jack.
start of the race.
All right. Kevin, are you marshaling the step down? Thank you. Thank you for being there. All right, I got checks on everybody but Jackson and John. Let's get everybody lined up. Everybody
15
park
seconds to
over
the start
in
of the
roller in
race.
the double. And we'll get this race started. Still looking for a check on John Dunn and Jackson Dunn.
Less than 5. Jackson Dunn. John Dunn.
All right, Jackson is going to lead us around, so let's get Jackson to the head of the field here. John Dunn, you're sitting right on the loop. That's not a good spot for you. All right, Jackson Dunn going to go on the tone, followed by James Brown, John Dunn, Brandon Eubanks, Scott Dyke, Josh Brothers, Gavin O'Reilly, and Mark Rodriguez. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Jackson on the tone in less than 5. James Brown, John Dunn, Brandon Eubanks, Scott Dyke, Josh Brothers, Gavin O'Reilly, Mark Rodriguez. We are off and underway. This is 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy presented by Team Evans of Windermere. Oh no, Scott running around with a flat tire, left front tire coming off the wheel. It's going to be a little bit of a hindrance. It should be okay. James Brown leading the way, 24 flat on lap number 1, 13 and a 5.12, 5.16 for John Dunn. Looking for our leader, John Dunn. John Dunn taking over the lead here, 13.513, 2 seconds. Oh, James Brown going to take over the lead that time by. So James Brown, that white Team Losi ride with the yellow windows, yellow wheels. Mark Rodriguez stuck. He goes on the other side. He goes on the other side. All right, 2:45 into this one, 2:15 to go. John Dunn now 3.1 back from James Brown. Jackson Dunn 2.8 back from John right there in that number 3 spot, followed by Brandon, Gavin, Scott, Josh, and Mark.
Good battle here for 4 and 5. Brandon Eubanks at 12.519 with a 6. Gavin O'Reilly 12.519 with a 6 as well. So it looks like Scott's tire has fixed itself. He's got run. Scott Davis says he's got run flats on. Jackson Dunn looking good here in that number 3 spot. Going to try and take over the 2. He's now 4 seconds back from John Dunn. John Dunn taking over that number 1 spot with a 23.3 last time by. Jackson slides up to 2. James Brown falling back with a 35.7 that time by. So struggle bus last couple laps for James Brown. Minute 15 to go. I think he's got enough time to get it back. Brandon Eubanks is now in that number 4 spot. So James and Brandon having a great battle here. A 12.515 with a 7 for James Brown. Oh, Eubanks a slow one.
1 minute left.
So Brandon Eubanks a 51.9. So that's the, I believe that's Tim Ungren's old car looking at the body. 40 seconds to go. Gavin O'Reilly and Mark Rodriguez putting up personal bests that lap. John Dunn, your leader now. So John Dunn coming through the triple section right now. Orange, yellow, white on white wheels coming up behind. I believe that's Gavin O'Reilly. Oh, that's the leader that just got sent right there. Thank you, Gavin. So John still holding on to that lead right at the moment. 1.7 the advantage over Jackson. We'll check it at the line, see what happens with Jackson Dunn. So Jackson coming through the S's right now, working his way over to the tabletop. Jackson Dunn through the rollers, over the right
Jackson
side,
Dunn.
across the line, 12.501.8. You are done, Jackson. Drivers, the master clock has expired. Please keep on going until she calls you done. Up next is going to be race number 3. That's heat number 2 of 21.5 buggy.
Josh Brothers done. Mark Rodriguez done.
So again, heat number 2 of 21.5 buggy.
Brandon
You guys are up
Eubanks
next. We'll be
done.
looking for Trevor Brothers, Kevin
John
Gross,
Dunn.
Dennis Sproul, Jack
Scott Dyke
Steinberg,
done.
Gabriel Steinberg, Scott Davis, Matty Fields, and Mike.
James Brown done. Gavin O'Reilly done.
All stop, all
All
done,
drivers
stop, all
are
done.
finished.
John Dunn takes that one, sets the early TQ. 13 laps and a 5:22, 12.501 for Jackson. James Brown in that 3 spot, 12.509, 12.520 for Gavin, followed by Mark, Josh, Brandon, and Scott.
The race is completed.
All right, drivers, set your cars down.
Up
Get
next,
right back out
race
there to
number
Marshall.
3.
Race number 3, you guys are up.
21.52 WD Buggy by Team Evans of Windermere. Heat 2 of 3. Mike Hood. Kevin Gross. Kenneth Sproul.
All right, let's get our marshals back
Trevor
out
Brothers.
here from that last race.
Jack
We had
Steinberg.
a full field.
Matty Fields.
Should have no issues with marshals here.
Scott
All right,
Davis.
drivers, shut him down, shut him down. Track is closed, park him at the double. And I'm looking for a check on Gabriel Steinberg. I believe that might be Gabriel upside down at the tabletop.
One minute to the start of the
All right,
race.
looking for a check on Gabriel. Gabriel to check.
Gabriel.
Perfect. All right, Trevor Brothers is going to lead us off.
45
Gross will roll
seconds
off
to the
here,
start of
followed
the
by Kenneth
race.
Sproul, Jack Steinberg, Gabriel Steinberg, Scott Davis, Matty Fields, and Mike Hood. What's my marshal situation look like? Jackson, do I have a marshal to your left? Your left? Awesome.
30
All
seconds
right,
to the
drivers
start
ready,
of the
marshals
race.
ready. Trevor on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name. Kevin. Kenneth. Jack. Gabriel. Scott Davis. Matty Fields. Mike Hood at your leisure. I appreciate you guys getting back out there to Marshall quickly. We've got about 35 minutes to make up for technical difficulties this morning. So anything we can do to chop, 30, 40 seconds off of each race in the transition would be amazing. So Kevin opening up out front, 24.2 last time by, a 22.8 to lead us around. Matty Fields in that number 2 spot, 12.505, showing 3.8 back, battling it out with Jack Steinberg. So Matty coming across the loop right now, 26 flat. Mike Hood working his way up into that 2 spot now. So Mike Hood, 23.2 last time by. That is the second fastest lap on track. Kevin Gross has the fast lap. Step down, caution, step down. One minute and 45 seconds, make it 155 into this one. Kevin is out front at 13.514. Everyone chasing down John Dunn at 13.522 from heat number 1. So Kevin going better than TQ pace right now, the only driver faster than TQ. Scott Davis rolling in that 2 spot at 22.7, 12.503. So let's find our number 2 car. So Scott Davis chasing down Kevin. So, and he tanks it on the right side double, so Jack Steinberg going to take over that number 2 spot. So look for Jack with the gold wheels. So Jack Steinberg working his way to the tabletop right now in that number 2 spot. Looking good. 12.5 back from Kevin, though. So Kevin got this race on lock. 2:45 into this one. 2:15 to go, drivers. Oh, Kevin parks himself. Gets back over the pipe, thankfully. And Scott Davis now there with him. So Scott having a couple of tough laps here. Goes 28.4 that time by. Mike Hood rolling in that number 4 spot. Matty in the 5, followed by Kenneth, Gabriel, and Trevor to round out the field. Three minutes and 30 seconds into this one. Battle on the track is Scott, Matty, and Mike Hood. So Scott Davis in that number 3 spot. Oh, Mike Hood with a slow one going to fall out of that battle. Trevor Brothers now up to that number 5 spot, showing a 33.3 last time by. Matty had a 35, so Matty falling out of that one too. So minute 15 to go, drivers. Minute 15 to go. Everyone well spaced. Kevin Gross sitting there almost a lap on the field now.
One minute left.
You heard her. 1 minute to go. Kevin out front. Jack Steinberg in the 2 spot. 4.2 up on Scott Davis. Closest battle on track is Scott Davis and Mike Hood. Now 1.7 the separation there. So Scott Davis silver and blue on white wheels. Mike Hood all yellow coming down the step down over to the triple right now. So Mike Hood double single through the S section now to the tabletop. Coming over to the rollers. So last time by, Mike had a 24.5, backs it up now with a 23.4. So now 2.2 seconds back from Scott Davis. Jack and Scott, though. Jack Steinberg, Scott Davis now running in 2 and 3. Jack turned in a personal best that time by. Less than 5, drivers. Less than 5.
Kenneth Sproul done. Kevin Gross done.
All right, drivers, keep on
Scott
going
Davis
until
done.
he calls you done.
Jack Steinberg done. Mike Hood done. Trevor Brothers done. Matty Fields done. Gabriel done. All drivers are finished.
All stop, all done, all stop, all done. I got a correction to make here. Give me just a second.
The race is completed.
Obviously. So the A Main Hobby sign, right? The marshal at the A Main Hobby sign is supposed to own that part. Yeah. We don't have nearly
Up next,
enough
race
people in
number
the
4.
race to put a marshal in the
21.52 WD Buggy by Team Evans of Windermere. Heat 3 of 3.
All right, drivers from that last race, park your cars, get right back out there to Marshall. We're looking for race number 4, heat number 3 of 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy, presented by Team Evans of Windermere. David Kerner, Rod Miller, Kobe Camposano, Brian Parker, Ryder Dodge, Cameron Bush, Chance Brazier, Greg Bush, and Cameron King in this one.
Rod Miller.
All right, drivers, it is 11:50.
David Kerner,
K and Gray's
Kobe
Grill is
Camposano,
open.
Ryder Dodge.
Go see Caitlin over there at K and Gray's Grill. She comes out here and supports us.
Cameron
She's got
King.
drinks, she's got food.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, drivers, shut them down, shut them down, shut them down. I've got a couple of checks that I need to get still. Let me get Brian Parker.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
I need Brian Parker to the loop, please.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Parker.
All right, Cameron Bush, Cameron Bush. Cameron Bush.
Cameron Bush. Less than 5.
Chance
Greg Bush.
Brazier to the loop. Do I have a marshal?
Chance
at the end of the
Brazier.
table? All right, thank you. All right, I got checks on everybody. Let's get everybody rolling here. Who's that red and white car? You need to back up into the valley between the jumps. All right, David Kerner going to lead us around, followed by Rod Miller, Kobe, Brian, Ryder, Cameron, Chance, Greg, and Cameron King. Drivers ready, marshals ready. David Kerner on the tone in less than 5. Rod Miller, Kobe Camposano, Brian Parker, Ryder Dodge, Cameron Bush, Chance Brazier, Greg Bush, and Cameron King. We are off and underway. This is race number 4, heat number 3 of 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Our 21.5 class presented by Team Evans of Windermere. David Kerner leading us around for lap number 1, early 27.1. Brian Parker now 22.8. Everyone chasing down the TQ set by Kevin in last heat of a 13.509. So we'll see if anyone goes faster than that. Marshall at the roller coaster. You own this downside of the roller coaster. You also own going up to the wall ride. After a couple of laps, Brian Parker, the all-white car, is showing the way around. Brian, 13 in a 5:22, only driver on a 13 lap right now. Chance Brazier going to take over the top spot now, 13 in a 5:21 with a 23.866 hot lap of the race. It still belongs to Brian Parker, though, 22.8. Caution triple, caution triple. That red car goes triple side. So Cameron King putting himself in the conversation for that top spot right now in that number 3 spot, a 27.9 last time by. It's Chance Bryan and Cameron King, your top 3. Ryder Dodge rolling in that number 4 spot, followed by Rod Miller, Cameron Bush, Kobe, David, and Greg. 2:15 into this one, 2:45 to go, drivers. Caution triple. Oh, Chance going down off the roller coaster. We'll see what that does to the order as Chance was in that 2 spot, half a second back from Brian Parker. So Brian takes back over that top spot. Chance falls off of that 13 lap run, now showing a 12 and a 5 flat. And Cameron King having an issue here as well. So your 2 of your top 3 having issues on that last lap. As we approach 3 minutes into this one and 2 minutes left to go. Closest battle on track is still going to be your top 3. Make it Brian Parker out front by himself, 5.5 up on Chance. So Chance over the rollers right now, coming up over that right side, doubling across the line. Chance looking good here, 23.8, 12.501 is his pace. Our leader bouncing off and spinning off the wheel of Rod Miller, so that's going to slow him down a little bit. 26.7 last time by, 1 minute 30 to go. So Chance and Cameron getting a chance to catch back up to Brian here. Is now Chance Brazier now showing 1.1 seconds back.
One minute left.
Brett Wilson to the booth. Brett Wilson to the booth. All right, 25 seconds to go. Brian Parker out front, 13.523. Looking to go 3 overall here. 15 seconds, 5 seconds to go. All right, drivers, time on the master clock has expired. Keep on going until she calls you done.
Brian Parker done. Cameron Bush done. Rod Miller done. Kobe Camposano done. David Kerner done. Chance Brazier done. Ryder Dodge done. Cameron King done.
And looking for a finish on Greg Bush. Greg Bush to finish. He's coming up here up to the tabletop. And that is the race.
Greg Bush done.
Brian Parker takes the win.
All drivers are finished.
Falls off of that 13 lapper there at the end.
The race is completed.
Followed by Cameron King, Chance Brazier, Ryder, Kobe, Cameron Bush, Rod Miller, David Kerner, and Greg Bush. Drivers, park your cars, get right back out there to marshal race number 5, heat 1 of 4 mod. You guys
Up next, race number 5. 4WD Mod Buggy by Team Brood Racing. Heat 1 of 2. Kevin Focht, Keith Holton, Joe Kinsella, Matthew Ortiz.
Brett Wilson to the booth, please.
Josh
Brett
Gates.
Wilson to the booth.
Austin Cracknell. Matthew Miller. 1 minute to the start of the race. Robert Undrill.
And just looking for a check on Ashton Bristol. The drivers go ahead.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
To the right side double. Again, looking for a check on Ashton Bristol. Oh. All right.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Ortiz will roll off in that number 1 spot here. Austin Cracknell 2. Ashton will roll off 3, followed by Keith, Matthew, Joe, Josh, Robert, and Kevin. We still have a little bit of time here, so we'll give Ashton about 30 seconds here to get his transponder
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Rod Miller, after this race, come see me. Rod Miller, after this race, come see me. We're looking for a marshal at the A-Main Hobbies sign. We're missing a marshal. I had 9 drivers. I should not have any vacancies here. Brian Parker, are you out there? Brian Parker. Cameron King. Gotcha. All right, thank you. Chance Brazier. Ryder Dodge. Is Ryder Dodge out here? All right. Kobe. Kate. Cameron Bush. Rod's out there. David Kerner. And Greg Bush. Perfect. All right, we're good now. All right. Ashton Bristol, you up there? Let me get you a check, please. Oops. I remember my first time racing. All right. So Matthew Ortiz is going to lead us around, followed by Austin, Ashton, Keith, Matthew, Joe, Josh, Robert, and Kevin. We'll get a check right here on Ashton.
Ashon Bristol.
All right. Get back there in line. Matthew Ortiz on the tone in less than 5. Austin Cracknell. Ashton Bristol. Keith Holton. Matthew Miller. Joe Kinsella. Josh Gates. Robert Undrill. And Kevin Fosh. All right, this is race number 5, heat number 1 of 4-wheel drive modified buggy presented by Team Brood Racing. Eddie Goodrich from Team Brood is here today. If you have questions on Team Brood products, you want to order something, you want to pick something up here in person, he might have some inventory. So you can see Eddie Goodrich from Team Brood Racing. Austin Cracknell leading us around after 19.5 last time by, showing a 16.511. Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna drop into it.
Okay.
I just got my belt.
All right, yeah, go see Brenda.
Yeah, I will.
Austin out front now, 16.509, a 519 for Ashton Bristol in that number 2 spot. Ortiz in the 313 or 15.513. Everybody pretty well separated. Matthew Miller, Matthew Ortiz going at it right now. So Ortiz in the white, teal, and purple. White, teal, purple. It's going to be Matthew in that number 3 spot. Matthew Miller should be running that all pink unless he's running somebody else's car today. Caution, right side double. Our leader goes down. Austin Cracknell rolls up a wheel on somebody else, and he's going to come out in that number 2 spot now. Ashton Bristol takes over the top spot, 15 and a 5 flat, showing 2.8 over Austin. Matthew Miller now up to that number 2 spot. Austin Cracknell 3, Matthew Ortiz 4. Your top 4 now separated by just 3.3 seconds. .235 into this one, 2:25 to go. Matthew Miller hunting down Ashton Bristol. Ashton a 19.3 last time by, a 19.5 out of Matthew. Gap now 0.2 of a second. Ortiz back to that number 3 spot. Austin Cracknell falls down to 4. Joe Kinsella 20.2 in that number 5 spot, followed by Kevin, Robert, Keith, and Josh. A minute 45 drivers, minute 45 to go. Battle still 1 and 2. Ashton, red, white, and blue associated ride coming off the triple. Going through the S's, looking to go over the tabletop right now. Coming up on Mr. Keith Holton. Matthew Miller, all pink in that number 2 spot, comes across the line right there. 1/10 back from Ashton. Ortiz and Cracknell having a great battle here as well for 3 and 4. Austin in that Team Losi ride, flying high over that triple section. Pink, blue, yellow on yellowed wheels. Austin Cracknell, one of the fastest up-and-coming racers in the country, making the trip up from the Tacoma area to come visit us for the day.
One minute left.
4 down, 1 to go. 4 down, 1 to go. Matthew Miller takes over the top spot, and Ashton answers back with a 19.1. So a 19.1 out of Bristol, a 19.5 out of Miller. Gap is 1/10 of a second. 40 seconds to go. Ashton Bristol looking good here late in this one. Coming over that right side, doubling across the line, 19.3. Leader's pace is a 16 and a 5:18, a 5:19 for Matthew Miller. Austin Cracknell, 15.508. Matthew Ortiz, personal best that time by a 19.7. 20 seconds to go, drivers. 20 seconds to go. Less than 10, drivers. Less than 10. Caution triple. Caution triple.
Matthew Ortiz
Drivers,
done.
that is time on
Austin
the master
Cracknell
clock.
done.
Keep on going until she calls you done.
Keith Holton done.
Second half of four-wheel drive buggy. You guys are up in just a second. It's going to be John Walencia, Wes Briscoe, Kelsey
Kevin Foch
Miyoshi,
done.
Marcus Ramirez,
Ashon Bristol
Brandon
done.
Fry, Peter Robinson, Travis Shrevin,
Joe Kinsella
and Waylon
done.
Rose.
Matthew Miller done.
Looking for a finish on Josh Gates. Josh Gates to finish. One more to finish.
Robert Undrill done. Josh Gates done. All drivers are finished.
Robert Undrill, come see me. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Ashton takes that one. 16-5-17, 5-18 for Matthew. Followed by Austin, Matthew Ortiz, Joe Kinsella, Kevin Foch, Keith Holton, Robert Undrill, and Josh Gates.
The race is
Drivers,
completed.
park your cars. Get right back out there to Marshall with the exception of Robert Undrill. I need you to come see me.
Sounds like there's a phone over by the Aiming Hobbies sign. Aiming Hobbies, somebody left a phone sitting over there?
Up next, race number 6. 4WD Mod Buggy by Team Brood Racing. Heat 2 of 2. Brandon Fry. Peeler. Wes Briscoe. Kelsey Miyoshi. Marcus Ramirez. Waylon Rose. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Step down, please, Robert. Yeah, thank you.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Thank you, marshals, for being quick out there.
Less than 5.
See, I've got a Peter Robinson check here to drag and drop.
Peter Robinson.
And John Walencia.
John Whale NTIA.
All right, I got checks on everybody. I got marshals. Let's go ahead and get this race underway. Peter Robinson will lead us around. John Walencia will roll off in that number 2 spot. Followed by Travis, Waylon, Wes, Brandon, Kelsey, and Marcus. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Peter Robinson on the tone, less than 5. John Walencia, Travis Trevin, Waylon Rose, Wes Briscoe, Brandon Fry, Kelsey Miyoshi, Marcus Ramirez. Brett Wilson, if I could get you in the booth for the next race, please. Hey, Brett, the issue we're having with the loop is people are missing it wide. Like, it's not picking up just to the right of the pipe. All right, couple laps into this one. Waylon Rose showing the way, 16.514. Robinson in that number 2 spot. Waylon Rose, orange wheels. They're more of a red-orange this time, a little bit different than normal. Waylon comes across the loop right there with a 19.4. Peter Robinson, the teal X-ray car, in that number 2 spot. Working his way through the S's over to the tabletop. Marcus Ramirez taking over that number 2 spot. So Peter Robinson falls to 3. Your top 3 separated by less than 1 second. Travis Shrevin in that number 4 spot, 4 seconds back. John Walencia 5, followed by Kelsey, Wes, and Brandon. Well, Peter getting stuck in no man's land, may lose a position to Travis here. We'll check him at the line. Oh, Travis with a mistake as well. 2 down and 3 to go. Waylon Rose still out front, 0.8 of a second up on Marcus Ramirez. So Peter was rolling in the number 2 spot, has had a couple of bad laps back to back, going to fall back now probably to 4, maybe 5, as Kelsey Miyoshi is working his way up the order. So looking for Kelsey, white, yellow, green associated ride over the rollers and to the right side double. Peter struggling with the timing on that triple. He'll get it figured out. Peter's a pretty good racer. Better than I am for sure. Kelsey still in that 3 spot, looking good. Wes Briscoe now up to 4. So Wes with a 26.2, going to fall all the way back to 7 there. So it's Marcus Ramirez over the top spot. Waylon Rose 2, followed by Kelsey, John, Peter, Travis, Wes, and Brandon. Caution, triple, caution, triple, caution, triple. Matthew Ortiz getting his steps in, working that triple section today. These 4 mod cars are wildly fast. And it seems like a lot of guys are struggling with the landing of the triple today. Lots of cars going down there. Trying to catch the timing just right. Peeler just cased the triple. Brandon Fry, a couple laps in a row, catching the triple. One minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. New
1 minute
hot
left.
lap on track. Travis Shreven, 18.7. 50 seconds remaining, drivers. 50 seconds remaining. Ramirez and Rose out front battling it out. So we got Waylon in the number 2 spot, showing 1 second behind Marcus. Waylon comes across the line right there, 19.4, looking for Marcus. Marcus coming by, Hillbilly Wheels, orange body. 16.512 right now, 8/10 up over Waylon. 25 to go, drivers, 25 seconds. Man, Formod in particular is really struggling with that triple today. Less than 5 drivers, less than 5. Drivers, that is time on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you done. Couple of drivers looking to go TQ pace here.
Peter Robinson done. John
Peter
Whalen
Robinson,
TIA
you're
done.
John
Peeler done.
Travis, you're done. Everybody else
Kelsey
to finish.
Miyoshi done. Brandon Fry done. Wes Briscoe
Up next
done.
is going to be race number 7, short course.
Marcus
Race number
Ramirez
7,
done.
short course. You guys are up. Looking for a finish on Waylon. Waylon Rose to finish. Waylon Rose to finish. Waylon Rose still live. One more live. One more live. Marshall, stay in position.
Waylon Rose
All
done.
stop. All done.
All drivers
all
are
stop,
finished.
All done. Waylon Rose, did you miss a lap? Yeah, so it's popped as a 39-second lap, which is almost exactly 2 of your laps. So, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just wanted to double check it. Thank you. Track is closed. We're going to take a couple of minutes here and relocate the loop to try and fix some of these issues.
The race is completed.
Yeah, you got 17.
Up next, race number 7. 2WD Open Short Course by Toyota Lift NW Heat 1 of 1.
We're going to do a quick fix on the loop. We got people jumping over it.
All right, so Marcus Ramirez takes the win in that one and sets the TQ for round number 1. Marcus Ramirez, 16.511, 16.514 for Waylon, followed by Kelsey, Travis, John, Peter, Wes, and Brandon. Yeah, appreciate your honesty, Waylon. All right, guys, we've got just a couple of minutes. We're going to do maintenance on here, relocating the loop to help try and stop these missed lap problems, and we'll be back live in just a couple of minutes.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Anya, can you come to the booth, please? All right, guys. We're getting pretty close to getting this loop situation fixed. Up now is going to be race number 7, two-wheel drive open short course, presented by Toyota Lift Northwest. Guys, track is still closed. Track is still closed. We got guys working on it. Almost done. Trying to find that halfway where we can encourage drivers to have a clean line towards the end and at the same time not miss everybody's lap. Do you guys have to lift the turf to get it out there, or is it just under the jump? Oh. All right, putting the finishing touches on here. Thank you guys for your efforts. James Brown, Gavin Dyke, Jackson Dunn, Matthew Ortiz, Jason King, Scott Dyke, Eric Zimmerman, and James Dickinson will be in this one. Copy that. All right, drivers, go ahead and get them checked in.
Gavin Dyke, Scott Dyke, Matthew Ortiz, Eric Zimmerman.
All right, looking for a check on James Dickinson. James Dickinson to check.
Matthew Ortiz. Eric Zimmerman. James Dickinson.
All right, we got
Jackson
checks on
Dunn.
all drivers. Do I have a marshal at the end of the triple? Ashton, are you there? Awesome, thank you. Kelsey, do I have a marshal in the back corner there? Awesome. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. All right, Gavin on the tone. In less than 5, everyone else when I call your name. Matthew. Jason. Scott. Eric. James. All right, short course is off and underway. Matthew Ortiz is leading us around. James Dickinson in the 2 spot, followed by Eric, Scott, and Gavin. Matthew on pace for a 13.5.11, a 12.5.10 for James. Eric a 12.5.06 now. 11 laps for Gavin and Scott, virtually identical times. So James and Gavin battling it out on the track. Gavin and Scott battling it out on the clock. So Gavin, you're going to have a heck of a better race if you stop trying to triple. Well, the fun comes when he doesn't have to spend all of his marshalling earnings on parts. So Matthew Ortiz showing an 8.9 second advantage over Eric Zimmerman in that 2 spot. Eric goes down, rolling up to that tabletop. James Dickinson in the black and orange in that number 3 spot at 24.5, his personal best last time by. Backs it up with a 28.5. Scott Dyke in that number 4 spot, personal best at 26.8. Gavin in the 5. I bet if Gavin goes double single here, he can get a 24-second lap. No, I don't know anything about this stuff. It's my first time racing. He got a 27, but he crashed twice. So, all right, Matthew Ortiz a 13.5 flat, looking for 14 out of Matthew. So Matthew looking really good here in qualifying round number 1. Drivers that broke out before this race started, I'm still going to need your help marshaling for the next one. Minute 40 to go, drivers. 3:20 into this one. Minute 40 to go. Matthew Ortiz, 14.522 now. 12.502 for Eric. Eric looking for that 13 laps. Let's see what happens as he crosses the line. Goes 23.3. New hot lap. There it is. 13 in a 5:24. James Dickinson in the number 3 spot now. 12.514. Scott 11.513. Gavin 11.509. Now this loose loop placement seems to be working out a lot better. Have not had any missed laps this run. 1 minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. Oh, Eric
1
falls
minute
back
left.
off of that 13 lapper, going 12.5 flat now. And James with a pit stop. So James going to cross the line here, a 53.2, falls back to 5. Gavin at 25.4, his personal best. So Gavin getting a little faster. Got to work on that consistency. Almost, Gavin. Oh, and our leader goes upside down trying to triple as well. See, I told you guys. Double single, man. Double single. We've got a little bit of wind. It's carrying the truck. Jason King over here like, you're speaking blasphemy. What are you doing? It's short course. You're supposed to send it. Less than 10 drivers. Less than 10. Eric sending it, goes nose in on that landing.
Matthew
Eric
Ortiz
good
done.
here for a 13 lapper in that number 2 spot. Matthew Ortiz, you're caught at the line, 13.5.
Gavin
flat
Dyke
with an
done.
8. All because you sent it. Eric Scott and James to finish. Eric Scott and James to finish.
James Dickinson done. Eric Zimmerman done.
And one more to finish, one more to finish.
Scott Dyke
There
done.
it is, all stop.
All drivers
done,
are
all
finished.
Stop, all done. Scott gets by and gets that 12th lap. Well done. Gavin in that number 4 spot. James in the 5. So it's Matthew, Eric, Scott, Gavin, James, your finishing order.
The race is completed.
Drivers, park your cars. Get right back out there to Marshall. Up now is going to be race number 8, heat number 1 of 40
Up
plus
next, race number
two-wheel
8.
drive buggy.
40 plus 2 WD open buggy by Chapel Design and Print. Heat 1 of 3. William Tass.
All right, let's check out our Marshall situation. Need
1
my
minute to the
Marshalls
start
back
of the
for that
race.
Last race. Drivers, let's go ahead and get them checked in.
Cupcake. Uncle. Carl Bauer. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Bam bam. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Robert Undrill. Sean O'Reilly.
All right, drivers,
15
shut 'em down.
seconds
I got
to the
checks
start of
on
the race.
everybody.
Less than 5.
Where are my marshals? I need marshals to the middle, please. Both cones in the middle and one to the outside of the roller coaster, please. I had 7 drivers from that last race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jackson Dunn to Marshall, please. Jackson Dunn. Awesome. Thank you guys for the help. Let's get Jackson Dunn to the tabletop. We'll get this race going. Carl Bauer going to lead us around. Sean O'Reilly 2. Dan Wilcox 3, followed by Robert, Brett, William, and Tom. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Carl on the tone in less than 5. Sean O'Reilly, Dan Wilcox, Robert Undrill, Brett Wilson, William Tass, Tom Bristol. So guys, just a friendly reminder, if you break out in qualifying or in your warm-up and don't run your race, I still need you to marshal. We just lost 53 seconds on that last race. Can you shut my door, please? I'm cold. No, just shut the door. Thank you. Couple laps into this one, Brett Wilson leading the way at 21-1 last time by 21 flat for Robert. Sean O'Reilly rolling in that number 3 spot. So Brett Wilson running the lime green car, white wheels today. Lime green car with white wheels. See, he's trying to get in your guys' head and make it look like he's running one of the loaner cars. That's exactly what it is. So Robert Undrell is in that number 2 spot. He crossed the line just before Brett. So Robert with, I believe, the orange to white gradient coming to the right side double right now, coming across the line, and it is 14.5 flat for Robert in the 2 spot. Carl Bauer, that orange TLR ride right behind Robert. So orange and yellow with yellow wheels is Carl Bauer rolling in the number 3. Oh, and Robert goes down on the triple. So the gap was 3.3 from 2 back to 3. Now it's going to be Robert in that number 1 spot. We're going to see what happens as he comes across the line. So Robert, a 22.9, falls back to 2 spot as Brett Wilson now 2 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. Brett Wilson takes over that top spot with a 20.5 last time by. So Mr. DieHard showing how to get it done over that triple, goes nice and wing high. He's figured out that timing. I haven't figured it out yet. So Brett in the number 1 spot, Robert Undrell in the 2. Gap is 7/10. Carl Bauer, personal best last time by at 20.7 in that number 3 spot. Followed by Sean, William, Tom, and Dan to finish up the field. Halfway through, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go, drivers. Caution triple, caution triple. Good awareness, Tom. Nice job. Caution roller, clear. 3 down, 2 to go. Battle is out front, 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Brett Wilson, Robert Undrell is the closest battle on the track. So Robert coming over to that left side double right now, and gets it wrong over the left side double, falls on the wrong side of the pipe. Gets it back together. You're 1 and 2, running 1 and 2 together. All green again. Brett Wilson, lime green car, white wheels. Robert in that number 2 spot right behind him, now showing 3.9 back. Carl Bauer in that number 3 spot, 0.6 of a second back. Minute 30 to go, drivers. 1 minute 30 to go. So let's see what Carl can do. Carl on the rollers right now, coming over to the right side, doubling across the line. Carl Bauer goes 20.5, pushes Robert down to that number 3 spot. So it's Brett Wilson out front, Carl Bauer 2, Robert Undrell 3. Robert on a long one right here. Let's see what happens. Robert Undrell a 27 flat. Ouch. Sean O'Reilly in that number 4 spot. William Tass 5. So got some good battles here. 1, 2, 3. Pretty reasonably
1 minute
separated,
left.
but 1 and 2 now. Carl Bauer throwing in heaters back to back to back laps. Carl Bauer looking pretty good. Gets on the wrong side of the pipe. Marshals himself. Comes over to that triple section. Orange and yellow on yellow wheels to that tabletop. Carl Bauer hunting for Brett Wilson. 40 seconds. Looking to set an early TQ pace here. 15 and a 5:20 for Brett. Carl Bauer, a 14.502, looking for 15, less than 30. Carl a little bit slow through the S's that time by, comes to the roller section right now, working his way to the right side, doubling across the line. Carl Bauer, 14.501, goes 21.2 that time by. 2.5 seconds of separation with less than 10. 2.5 seconds, you're 1 and 2, followed by Robert in 3, Sean, William, Tom, and Dan rounding out the field. 3, 2, 1. Drivers, that is time on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you.
Carl Bauer done. Bam Bam done. Sean O'Reilly done. Robert Undrill done.
Sean O'Reilly, come see me after this race. Looking for a finish on Brett, William, and Tom.
William
Brett,
Tass
William,
done.
and Tom.
Uncle done. Cupcake done. All drivers are finished.
All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Brett Wilson setting the early TQ, 15 laps and a 5:20. Carl Bauer, a valiant effort to get there, 14 and a 5 flat. A 5:15 for Robert, 5:18 for William, followed by Dan, Sean, and Tom.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 9. 40 plus 2 WD Open Buggy by Chapel Design and Print.
All right,
Heat
drivers
2
from
of
that
3.
last race, park your cars,
Wes
get right
Briscoe.
back out there to Marshall. Up
Derek
now,
Farmer.
gonna be heat number 2
Terry
of 40
Stephenson.
plus, race number 9.
Polly. Eric Zimmerman. One minute to the start of the race. Nicholas Burgess. Eric Vogler.
All right, drivers, shut them
45 seconds to the start of the race. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
Let me
15
get
seconds
Eric
to the
across
start of the
line,
race.
please. Eric Vogler. Perfect.
Less than 5.
All right, as soon as we get this tape situation figured out here, what's the rest of my Marshall situation look like? So I had 7 cars in that one, so I'm going to need an extra Marshall, please. So I got Sean right there. I got Dan right here. Brett, do you have a preference? Okay, I need a Marshall to the A-Main Hobbies banner, please. A Marshall to the A-Main Hobbies banner at the end of the roller coaster. Need one Marshall to get this race underway. One Marshall to get this race underway. One Marshall to the A-Main Hobbies banner. Awesome. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Polly on the tone, followed by Eric, Wes, Nicholas, Derek Farmer, Eric Vogler, and Terry Stephenson. Drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Polly on the tone in less than 5. Eric Zimmerman. Wes Briscoe. Nicholas Burgess. Derek Farmer. Eric Vogler. And Terry Stephenson. All right, guys, so for the next 2 races, I will also need 2 volunteers, as I have 7 drivers per heat for 40 plus. So we'll need a couple volunteers, please. Couple of laps into this one. West Briscoe leading the way. 15 laps in a 5:07. Looking to hunt that TQ from Brett Wilson. Brett Wilson also a 15 lapper, a 15 and a 5:20. Derek in that 2 spot. 14.5 flat, a 5:01 for Terry. Everyone else on their own lap. So Terry Stephenson in that number 3 spot, working up to Eric Vogler, coming across the line. Good job, guys. Way to work together. So Derek Farmer, 21 flat last time, buying that number 2 spot, showing 3.9 back from West Briscoe. West Briscoe through the roller section, yellow front, blue rear on yellow wheels. 20.2 last time by, 15.505 now his pace. Terry Stephenson still in that 2 spot, 14.503, a 5:09 for Derek Farmer. Eric Zimmerman, 13.509 now, looking to go 14 here maybe. Caution triple. Clear. Caution triple. Clear. So our leader working his way through some traffic over the tabletop and got one parked in that pipe. 3 down, 2 to go. Drivers 3 down, 2 to go. Terry Stephenson, Derek Farmer swapping spots here. Terry up to 2, Derek back to 3. 0.4 of a second the gap. Terry Stephenson looking at a 14.507, a 14.508 for Derek. Terry Stephenson, white, green, yellow, purple on purple wheels. Coming down the step down, up over that triple right now. A little bit of an arch getting over that triple, trying to get that nose down. Terry comes across the line, new hot lap for himself, a 20.9, 14.504 for Terry in that number 2 spot. Right now it is all West Briscoe. West Briscoe is all but checked out of this one. 15 in a 5:05, just completely in his own zip code. Terry Stephenson, 14.504, a 5:12 now for Derek. Nick Burgess in that number 4 spot, battling it out with Eric Zimmerman.
1 minute left.
Both on a 13-lap run, followed by Paulie and Eric on 12. Less than 1 minute to go, drivers. Less than 1 minute to go. Caution after the left side double. Clear. So our leader working his way through some traffic again. And coming up to that tabletop, looking to go through the roller section. Drivers make room for our leader. And West comes across the line right there to 20.4. Gets through traffic nicely. Less than 5, drivers. Less than 5. Caution of the line, clear.
Paulie done. Nicholas Burgess done. Eric Zimmerman done. Wes Briscoe done. Terry Stephenson done. Derek Farmer done.
Looking for a finish on Eric Vogler. Eric Vogler to finish.
Eric Vogler done.
Stop, all done. All stop,
All
all
drivers
done.
are finished.
Briscoe setting that new TQ, 15.511. Terry in that 2 spot, 14.506, 14.510 for Derek, followed by Nick, Eric, Paulie, and Eric Vogler.
The race is completed.
All done, all stop, all done. Race number 10, third heat of 40 plus. You guys are up.
So the loop move
Up
is
next, race
a
number
little
10.
unsettled. It's unsettling
40
the car
plus
and
2
you land
WD
there.
open
We
buggy
will
by
fix
Chapel
that
Design
right
and
before
print.
round 2. So
Heat 3
we'll
of
leave
3.
it as is for now, and we will fix it right before round 2.
Again, I'm going to need a couple of volunteer marshals for this one. I only had 7 drivers in that race. Give me a couple volunteers, please.
Joe Kinsella, Brian Hodge, Sean Mabel, BJ Fossey. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Jason King, Kevin Focht, Dwayne Billings. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, go ahead and shut them down in the roller section. We'll get this race underway. Joe Kinsella going to lead us around. BJ in the 2, followed by Brian Hodge, Jason King, Dwayne Billings, Sean Maybell, and Kevin.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, what's my marshal situation look
Less
like?
than
Carl?
5.
Do I have a marshal to your left behind you? You know, your other left. Yes, your left behind you. Is there a marshal in that corner? I need a marshal in the corner. Marshal in the back right corner. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Joe Kinsella on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name. BJ. Brian. Jason. Dwayne. Sean. Kevin.
Jackson Dunn to CU.
Everyone with a couple of laps into this one. Joe Kinsella leading everybody around 15.516. Sean Maybell in that 2 spot, 15.520. So we got 2 drivers running 15 laps here. Nobody on TQ pace yet. TQ is currently held by Wes Briscoe with a 15.511. BJ Fossey having a good run in that number 3 spot with Kevin in the number 4 spot battling with him. So Kevin coming down the triple right now, pink and green. So Kevin is the owner-operator of PDX RC Underground. If you guys ever in the Portland area, guys need to check that facility out. I have not been to the new facility yet, but their old facility was fantastic. The new one looks even better. I'm certain there will be some coordination on winter schedule to get some cross-pollination going there. Joe Kinsella now 2:05 into this one, still leading us around 15.519. Maybell backing off of that 15-lap pace, showing 14.501 now. So we'll take a lap with Sean. So Sean, white front, red rear on yellow wheels, going down the straightaway right now. 14.501, went 21.5 last time by. So Sean working his way up the wall ride, down the step down to the triple. Nice arch over that triple, looking pretty solid here, coming up to the tabletop. Sean Maybell comes across the line, 20.9 that time by 14.5 flat with a 1. So Sean Maybell feeling that pressure, turning it into some success here halfway through this race. A little bit over as we're approaching 3 minutes into this one, 2 minutes to go. Kevin now working his way up into that 3 spot. So Kevin gets away with a very bad landing on that triple. Landed pretty much right on the wheel rim rather than the tire. So Kevin gets away with it, comes across 14.508 now his pace. BJ 14.510, 5.14 for Jason. Dwayne Billings 5.17. That whole group of cars separated by just about 4 seconds. 3.5 into this one, 1:30 to go. Joe Kinsella checking out all by himself here. All by himself on a 15 lapper, 15.517. Maybell 14.5 flat, so just a couple seconds behind, but still not quite on that 15 lap pace. We'll take a ride with our leader for a lap. Over the tabletop he goes through the roller section. Coming over to that right side double and the tabletop, or excuse me, the loop. 15.517 for our leader, Joe Kinsella.
1 minute left.
So Joe coming up on Kevin with 1 minute to go. Down the step down over the triple he goes. Kevin goes wide, lets Joe by. Thank you, Kevin. Joe looking good here in qualifying round number 1. 20.9 that time by 15.516. Maybell didn't want to get left out of the party here as he rejoins that 15 lap club. Maybell crosses the line right there, 21.6, now 15.521. That'd be good enough for Maybell to go 4 overall. 20 seconds to go, drivers, 20 seconds to go. Jason King now in that number 3 spot, looking solid here with a 14.508. Oh, and Joe Kinsella, a long one, 25.8. Maybell going to take over that top spot. The only driver on 15 right now. So we'll check for Joe. Joe in the blue car, white wheels. Time has expired on the master clock.
Joe Kinsella done.
You are done. Caught at the line, 14.5 flat. So Maybell flirting with 15 the whole run. Going to get it here. Gets by for the extra
Jason
lap.
King done.
Drivers, you'll all be
BJ
done
Fossey
when you finish
done.
the line, or when you cross the line.
Kevin Foch done. Brian Hodge done.
Caution triple.
Dwayne Billings done. Sean Mabel
All
done.
done, all stop, all done.
All drivers
Sean
are finished.
15.520. 14.5 flat for Joe, followed by Jason, Kevin, BJ, Dwayne, and Brian.
The race is
Drivers
completed.
from that race, park your cars, get right back out there to Marshall. Give me 2 volunteers for this one. 2 volunteers for this one. Race number 11, first rack of 13.5.
Up next, race number 11. 4WD 13.5 buggy by the Brown family. Heat 1 of 2.
Again, marshals from that last race back out to this one. Or excuse me, drivers from that last race back out to Marshall. Drivers, go ahead and turn them loose, get them checked in. I'm still looking for a Marshall to the step down.
One minute to the start of the race. Garrett Riekdal. Jerry Sawyer. Rob Dodge. Mike Majori. Sam Moss. 45 seconds to the start of the race. James Brown. David Kerner. James Dickinson. 30 seconds to the start of the race. .15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, drivers.
Ricky Bobby Bozer.
Shut him down, shut him down. Last call for John Dunn.
Less than
If
5.
you're here, drop it in at the back. James Dickinson going to lead us around, followed by Mike Majori, Jerry Sawyer, Ricky Bozer, Rob Dodge, David Kerner, James Brown, Sam Moz, John Dunn, and Garrett Reckdahl. Copy that, thank you. All right, James Dickinson, you are going on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name. Mike Majori, Jerry Sawyer, Ricky Bozer, Rob Dodge, David Kerner, James Brown, Sam Moz, and Garrett Reckdahl. Man, a lot of drivers struggling with that triple today in four-wheel drive class. I'm not sure what it is about four-wheel drive. My guess is they're probably scrubbing chassis on the very, very front of the lead for it, the takeoff. All right, up right now. This is race number 11, first heat of 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy. Presented by the Brown family. Sam Moz out front, 14.504. Majori in the 2 spot. Garrett Reckdahl taking over that top spot, sliding everybody down 1. Jerry Sawyer in that number 4 spot, followed by Ricky, Rob, James Dickinson, James Brown, and David Kerner. Caution triple, caution triple. Garrett Reckdahl out front, 14 and a 5 flat, a 5.08 for Sam in that 2 spot. Mike Majori a 5.12 and 3. Battle is going to be for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sam, Mike, Jerry, and Garrett all running together. David Kerner, I'll need to see you after this race. 2.5 into this one, 2.5 to go. The time shows he missed like 4 in a row. I just need to make sure how many of those are actually missed laps, that's all. All right, 3 down, 2 to go, 3 down, 2 to go. New leader, Mike Majori, 21.3 last time by. Jerry Sawyer in that number 2 spot, 14.509, 0.4 of a second back from Majori. Got good battle going on up front. Garrett in that number 3 spot. Your top 3 drivers separated by 1.5 seconds. Sam Moz not even out of it here in the 4 spot, only 2.6 back from the lead. .330 into this one. 1:30 left to go. Mike, Jerry, Garrett, and Sam. It's anybody's game here late in this one. 1:20 to go. 1:20 to go, drivers. Oh, caution triple. That sounded horrible. Mike Majori got that last double figured out. Car looking nice and flat over there. So Jerry in that number 2 spot, 14.5.
1 minute
10.
left.
Everyone's just on a 14 lap run here. We'll see what happens with the rest of the field. So again, David, I'm going to need to see you after this race. Garrett Reckdahl now taking over that top spot. So 14.508 now for Garrett in the number 1 spot. Jerry with some issues here on this one, going to fall down the order. So Jerry with a missed lap. We'll see what that does to the running order. 10 seconds, drivers. 10 seconds to go. Drivers, that is time on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you done.
Ricky Bobby Bozer done. Rob Dodge done. Mike Majori done. James Dickinson done. Jerry Sawyer done. David Kerner done. Garrett Reekville done. Sam Moss done.
And one more to finish. All stop, all done.
James
all stop,
Brown
all
done.
done. That is a race.
All
David
drivers are
Kerner, come
finished.
See me. Garrett Reckdahl, your winner. Mike Majori, 2, followed by Sam Moss, Jerry Sawyer, Rob Dodge, Ricky Bozer, James Dickinson, James Brown, and David Kerner.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 12. 4WD 13.5 buggy by the Brown family. Heat 2 of 2. Jason King. Scott Jackson. Edio. Bam Bam. Carl Bauer. Anthony Sawyer. One minute to the start of the race.
Our drivers, go ahead and shut them down, shut them down, shut them down. I need
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Mike Hood to check.
Ryder Dodge. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
Dwayne Billings
Mike
to
Hood.
check. Dwayne Billings.
Scott Dyke.
All right, 30 more seconds for Dwayne. I see him up there. Marshall.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
James, do I have a Marshall to the back right corner? Your other right. Excuse me, the back right corner of the track. Yes. Well,
Less than
that's
5.
not left. That's the back right corner of the track. All right, thank you.
Kane Gray's Grill
Dwayne
is
Billings.
open, and she has Red Bull Italian sodas, all sorts of icy cold drinks. She has Frito pie, hot dogs, and nachos. Everything's hot and ready for you to get a meal. So come see her when you get a chance.
If you guys haven't had the Red Bull Italian sodas, get the DieHard green one. It's my favorite. All right, Scott Jackson going to lead us around here. Mike Hood will roll off 2, followed by Eddie, Dwayne, Scott Dyke, Carl Bauer, Jason King, Ryder Dodge, Dan Wilcox, and Anthony Sawyer. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Scott Jackson on the tone in less than 5. Mike Hood, Eddie O, Dwayne, Scott Dyke, Carl Bauer, Jason King, Ryder Dodge, Dan Wilcox, Anthony Sawyer. Everybody looking to chase down the TQ, set in heat number 1 by Garrett Rectal of 14.508. One minute into this one, Scott Jackson of 14.504, only driver on TQ pace, make it 14.501. Scott Jackson looking for 15 laps early in qualifying round number 1. All caution after the triple, clear. So your leader is Scott Jackson, green and blue, green wheels. Scott coming across the line right here, 14.504. Dwayne Billings up to the 2 spot, 14.508, 9/10ths back. Anthony Sawyer in the 3 spot. So Anthony only half a second back from Dwayne now. Two minutes into this one, 3 minutes to go. Battle is out front. Scott, Anthony, Dwayne battling for the lead. Jason and Eddie battling for 4 and 5, followed by Carl, Dan, Scott Dyke, Mike Hood, and Ryder Dodge. Scott Dyke, Mike Hood having a great battle here for that number 8 spot. Oh, leader gets it wrong. Go ahead, Scott. So Scott Jackson giving up the lead with a long one there, 23.5 second lap. Anthony Sawyer taking over that top spot. So Anthony, yellow and purple coming up to the right side, double coming across the line right now, right there with Jason King. These guys are all running on the same lap together. Just give each other a little bit of room, be respectful. Anthony out front, 14.501. Scott Jackson, 506. Dwayne Billings, 506. 509 for Jason King. So that whole cluster of cars all running together. Jason King getting away from Anthony here. 21.1. Let's see what happens to Anthony at 22.8. So Anthony Sawyer got out front, but he's not really doing anything with it. Slowing down a little bit. And Scott Jackson now closing that gap up now just to 2 seconds. Dwayne Billings is the driver to beat right now. He's got the fastest last couple of laps, looking good here in that number 2 spot. Dwayne going up and down the wall ride right now, coming up to the triple. Oh, caution, wall ride, wall ride, wall ride. So Anthony Sawyer out front, 19.918, new hot lap for the race as we approach 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
So Scott Jackson now 5.5 back from Anthony. Dwayne Billings only 8/10ths back from Scott. So the battle is for 2 and 3. Caution triple. Jason King going down there in the triple from that number 4 spot. $14.508 is current TQ right now. Your top 3 drivers going faster than TQ. Dwayne Billings now slides up into that 2 spot. So Scott Jackson back to 3 here late into this one. 25 seconds to go, drivers. 25 seconds. So Scott gets back by into that number 2 spot. Less than 10 to go, drivers. Drivers, that is time on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you done.
Scott Jackson done. Scott Dyke done. Dwayne Billings done. Anthony Sawyer done. Eddie O done. Jason King done. Carl Bauer done. Bam Bam done. Mike Hood done.
All right, Ryder Dodge to finish. All
Ryder
stop,
Dodge
all
done.
done. All stop, all done.
All drivers
Anthony
are
Sawyer,
finished.
round 1 TQ. Scott Jackson 2, followed by Dwayne Billings, Jason King, Carl Bauer. Rounding out your top 5, followed by Dan, Eddie, Scott Dyke, Mike Hood, and Ryder Dodge. All stop, all done. All stop, all done.
The
Up
race
now
is
gonna be
completed.
race number 13, Open Stadium Truck, heat number 1, presented by the Dyke family.
Up next, race number 13. Open Stadium Truck by the Deitch family. Heat 1 of 2.
Anya, if you're around, Anya, could you bring me my sweatshirt out of my truck?
Terry Stephenson. Peter Robinson. Raymond Shell. BJ Fossey. Devin King. One minute to the start of the race. James Dickinson.
All right, looking for a check on Zach. Zach to check.
Zach Lalone.
Thank you.
45
Can you
seconds
bring
to
me
the
another
start of the
water, please?
race.
I should have asked for it earlier. Or regular water is fine. As long as it's cold. All right, thank you. All right, we got checks on everybody. Drivers shut them down before the double.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Raymond Shell going to lead us around. Terry Stephenson will roll off 2, followed by BJ, Devin, Zach, Peter, and James.
15 seconds to the start of the
Gavin,
race.
do I have a marshal to your right? All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Raymond Shell on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name.
Less than 5.
Terry Stephenson, BJ, Devin, Zach, Peter, and James. All right, 45 seconds into this one. Devin King riding a rocket ship out there. 15.5, 19. Oh, and Devin falls back now to a 14.505. Peter Robinson taking over that top spot. Devin King passed one car, almost 2 cars on lap number 1, looking absolutely fantastic here early in this one. One slight bobble drops into that 3 spot. It's going to be Peter, Terry, Devin, your top 3. Raymond Shell in that number 4 spot. All 4 of those drivers separated by about 1.5 seconds. BJ rolling in the number 5 spot, followed by Zach and James. Checking out our lead couple of cars here. Peter Robinson, that teal X-ray car, yellow decals, yellow wheels. Decals for our Canadian fans. Peter coming across the line right there. Goes 21.2, 15.517 is his pace. 14.502 for Devin, just 1.8 back. So Devin recovering from one slow lap. Not too bad of a lap either, just a little bit off. Devin a 22 flat last time by. Terry Stephenson in that 3 spot at 21.2. 21.6 for Raymond. So your top few drivers starting to spread out just a little bit. 2.5 seconds separating each of them. .215 into this one. 2:45 to go, drivers. 2:45 to go. Peter, still your leader. 4 seconds now, the advantage over Terry Stephenson in the 2 spot. So Terry coming over the triple, working his way over to the tabletop right now. White, yellow, and purple. Maybe it's black on purple wheels. Terry looking good here in this one. 14.504. Raymond Shell 14.515. Oh, a disaster a couple laps ago for Devin, a 31.5. So Devin with some tough luck here in this one. BJ in that number 5 spot, followed by Zach and James. 3 down, 2 to go, drivers. 3 down, 2 to go. Again, Teal X-Ray running down the straightaway is our leader as James Dickinson backs it off the edge of the roller coaster. Oh, Peter Robinson gets up on 2 wheels, brings it back down. Great car control demonstrated by Peter right there. Terry in that number 2 spot, 6.5 back. So 1 and 2 are running 2 and 1 on the track. Oh, James with a broken car. So again, 1 and 2 running 2 and 1 on the track. Raymond Shell, your 3 car, running 3rd in line in that group. Minute 20 to go, drivers. Minute 20 to go. Up next is going to be heat number 2 of Stadium Truck. Race number 14, heat number 2 of Stadium Truck. You guys are up next. Minute 10 to go. Minute 10 to go, drivers. So Terry, Devin, and Peter all relatively close in speed. They're not too close on the clock right now. Each one of them have had their
1 minute
own
left.
issues except Peter. Peter's just been on smooth sailing with cruise control. Terry Stephenson at 21.2 personal best last time by. Was still rolling in that number 2 spot. Devin King should be in that group. Had one really long lap that took him out of contention here, but Devin King is every bit as fast as these other guys. So Peter out front, 15.518. Only driver on 15 laps right now. Terry a 14.504. 5:15 for Raymond. BJ now in that 4 spot with Devin hot on his heels. So Devin goes 20.7 last time by. That is the hot lap of the race. Devin King back on lap number 11 right there. 20.709. 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Oh, we lost Zach too. So we're going to have 2 trucks down. Less than 10, drivers. Less than 10. And Terry's done a great job holding pace for the last couple minutes with Peter right behind him. So Terry, again, not any disaster laps, just a couple little bobbles here and there, no big deal. Time has expired on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls
Terry
me
Stephenson done. BJ Fossey done.
Looking for Peter, Raymond, Devin to finish. Peter, Raymond, and
Raymond
Devin
Shell
to
done.
finish.
Devin King done. Peter
And
Robinson done.
All stop,
All
done,
drivers
all
are
stop, all
finished.
done. Gonna need a couple volunteers for this one. 15.518 for our leader, Peter Robinson, followed by Terry, Raymond, Devin, and BJ.
The race is completed.
Drivers park your cars, get right back out there to Marshall. Race number 14, you guys are up. Second half
Up next,
of Stadium
race number
Truck.
14.
Again, give me a
Open
couple
Stadium
volunteers
Truck by
for
the
this one,
Deitch
please.
family.
Couple volunteers for this
Heat
one.
2 of 2.
Good run, Terry. Mm-hmm.
When he got on me, I knew I was ahead of him. I just let him by. He was pushing me, man.
His first 2 laps were just like ridiculous. 20.7, 20.9, something like that. He's not like us old guys that have to warm up. He's just hot out of the gate. All right. Gonna need a couple of volunteers out here for this one. I need a Marshall still to the step down. I see Peter headed into the outside of the roller coaster. I need a Marshall at the loop. Awesome. Thank you, Rod. And I need a Marshall to the other side of the
1 minute
tabletop,
to the
please.
start of the race.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Mr. King, if I could get you to the back corner there. Awesome. Thank you. Do I have anybody
45 seconds to
on
the start of the
back
race.
right corner of the track? Awesome. Thank you. Zach, I see you out there. I appreciate you being out here. We got all the spots filled. Just volunteer later. We'll call it even. All right, drivers, go ahead and warm them up. Let me get checks on
30
everybody.
seconds to the start
One
of the
lap,
race.
Park him in the double.
Uncle. Matthew Miller. Jack Steinberg. Samantha Sprinkle. Kobe Camposano. Sean O'Reilly. Cupcake. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, drivers, shut him down in the double. We have checks on everybody. Jack
Less than
Steinberg will
5.
lead us around, followed by Matthew, Sean, Tom, Brett, Kobe, and Samantha. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Jack Steinberg on the tone. Everyone else, when I call your name. Matthew Miller, Sean O'Reilly, Tom Bristol, Brett Wilson, Kobe Camposano, and Samantha. No real surprises in this one. Matthew and Brett taking off a little bit from the field. Tom Bristol making Sean O'Reilly in that 3 spot, followed by Bristol, Samantha, Kobe, and Jack. Matthew Miller with that converted techno. Oh, Brett Wilson a little bit slow through that S's there. Didn't see quite what happened. Matthew out front. Brett Wilson a 4.5 second gap back. Sean O'Reilly in that 3 spot, only 2.2 back from Brett. Tom only 2.3 back from Sean. So 2 and 3 and 4. Pretty even separation, but not too far. So Matthew a 15.5.18 with a 6, make it a 5.17 with a 9. So Matthew Miller, the only driver on TQ pace right now. Brett Wilson in that number 2 spot. Sean O'Reilly and Tom Bristol running 13 lap paces in 3 and 4, followed by Kobe, Jack, and Samantha. Caution wall ride, clear. Caution triple. Caution tabletop, clear. Now I got one upside down, getting up to the roller. Everybody having issues this lap. Long laps all the way down the board. 22 for Matthew, 27 for Brett, 25 for Sean, 28 for Tom, 33 for Kobe and Samantha, 30 for Jack. Everybody wants to throw that last lap out as we no longer have anybody on TQ pace. Matthew Miller clinging to a 15-lap run like his life depends on it. So Matthew, the bright pink car, heading over the triple, working his way through the S's right now to the tabletop. Matthew running that shaft drive, that converted techno. A 20.7 that time by, looking to do a little bit of recovery here. Now a 5.18 with a 2, back on that TQ pace with 1:35 to go. Brett Wilson over that triples right now through the, it's a little bit of a love tap there from Sean, just a conflict of lines there. And Brett Wilson rolling a pipe, coming up to the line right here, 22.2. Jack Steinberg with a double lap here. One minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. Matthew and Brett out front, followed by Sean, Tom,
1 minute
Samantha,
left.
and Jack. Kobe off early. So 15.5.17 for Matthew, 14.5.22 for Brett. Sean O'Reilly a 13.5.10, 5.19 for Tom. Interesting to see the different approaches through the dots. Some drivers are taking a couple of tenths and lining up and shooting through. Others are just sending it right over the top. Matthew Miller's got that suspension working great on that Technos. He just rolls right through the dots. 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go, drivers. All right, I'm going to need a couple of volunteers for this next one. Up next is going to be 17.5 Buggy, heat number 1, presented by Wild Turbo Fans. Again, race number 15, 17.5 Buggy, presented by Wild Turbo Fans. You guys are up. Driver's clock is expired.
Matthew Miller
Keep
done.
on going until she calls you
Cupcake done. Jack Steinberg done. Samantha Sprinkle done. Uncle done.
Looking for a finish on Sean O'Reilly. Sean O'Reilly to finish. Copy that. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Matthew Miller, your TQ, 15.516. Followed by Brett, Tom, Sean, Samantha, and Jack.
The race is completed.
Drivers, park your cars. Get right back out there to Marshall. Up now is going to be race number 15, heat number 1 of 17.5 Buggy, presented by Wild Turbo Fans.
Up next, race number 15. 17.52 WD Buggy by Wild Turbo Fan. Heat 1 of 4. Ricky Bobby Bozer. Mike Hood. Brian Hodge. John Dunn. Scott Jackson. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. Got to get a couple of checks here. Eric, right there.
Eric Vogler. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
And
Polly.
All right, I saw John walking off.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Are you going to be okay? Copy that. What's my marshal situation? I need a marshal to the step down. Marshal to the step down, please. And marshal to the outside of the roller coaster.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Marshal to the outside of the roller coaster, please. And I need a marshal. I got Tom at the triple. I need a marshal to the
Less than
outside of
5.
the roller coaster, please. Outside of the roller coaster. Still need a marshal to the outside of the roller coaster. If I could get one volunteer to the outside of the roller coaster, we can get this race going. I still need a marshal at the outside of the roller coaster. Awesome. Thank you, David. All right. We got Tom at the triple. Everybody's good. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Eric Vogler on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name. Scott Jackson, Mike Hood, Ricky Bozer, Polly, John Dunn, Brian Hodge. False start, false start. All right, bring it back to the double. You want to throw a run of tape over that, Matthew? Copy. All right. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Eric on the tone. Everybody else when I call your name. Scott Jackson, Mike Hood, Ricky Bozer, Polly, John Dunn, and Brian Hodge. Silver car, you are not in this race. Everybody's starting to come around for lap number 2. Scott Jackson opening up 22.6. Mike Hood at 24.9, 24.7 out of Ricky, 25.2 out of Eric. Pauly with a 27.8. Caution loop, clear. Ricky Bozer, your leader, 13.509, a 5.10 for John Dunn. Scott Jackson, 5.12. Mike Hood, a 5.18. Ricky Bozer, winner of 21.5 last race. Coming down that step down over the triple. That Team Associated ride. Blue top, black bottom, white wheels. Ricky Bozer looking good here early in qualifying round number 1. 2 down, 3 to go, drivers. Scott Jackson, green and blue in that number 2 spot. John Dunn, orange, white, yellow in the 3. Mike Hood, all yellow in that number 4 spot. Two and a half down, 2.5 to go, drivers. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Ricky Bozer starting to check out a little bit. 5.5 second advantage over the 2 car of Mike Hood. So we'll check gaps at the line. We got a mess right there going to the rollers. Ricky Bozer right now, 13.505 in that number 1 spot. Mike Hood, 6.7 back, a 13.517 in the 2 spot. So Mike Hood is your 2 car working his way to the wall. Oh, gets stuck under the step down. One minute 30 to go, and with that mistake, Mike Hood falls back to 4. So Scott Jackson now reclaims that number 2 spot. Scott, very unsettled off of that step down. Car looking terrible. Holds on to it. So Scott Jackson at 22.4 last time by. Personal best laps. John Dunn at 23.9. So John at 22.9 now in that number 3 spot. So he's only 1.1 back from Scott Jackson. So battle is for 2 and 3.
1 minute
1
left.
minute to go. 1 minute. Oh, and Scott Jackson goes down. Gap was only 1.1 seconds, and we're going to have to check him at the line. So Scott coming across the line right now. And John Dunn going to take over that number 2 spot now, showing 2.7 advantage over Brian Hodge. So Brian Hodge had a disastrous 35-second lap early in the race. And he's made up some ground here as he sits 3rd. 25 seconds to go, drivers. 25 seconds. Less than 10 drivers. Ricky Bozer at 23 flat that time by. Just solid and consistent laps. Certainly not the fastest car around here, but just making good decisions and keeping it on all 4 wheels. Ricky Bozer looking solid in this run. So John Dunn working his way back to 2. Time has expired. Keep on going until she calls you done.
Ricky Bobby Bozer done. Eric Vogler done. Scott Jackson done. Pauly done. Mike Hood done. John Dunn done.
And Brian Hodge to finish. All
Brian
stop, all
Hodge
done.
done.
All stop, all done.
All drivers are
Drivers,
finished.
park your cars. Get right back out there to Marshall. Ricky Bozer, 13.506, going to set your early TQ. Scott Jackson, 2. Followed by John Dunn, Brian Hodge, Mike Hood, Pauly Fidget, and Eric Vogler. Drivers from that
The race is
park your cars,
completed.
get right back out there to Marshall. Even if you broke, I still need you out there. Up now, race number 16.
Up next,
Second
race
heat
number
of
16.
17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. presented by Wild
17.52
Turbo
WD
Fans.
Buggy by Wild Turbo Fan. Heat 2 of 4. Rod Miller. Jason Jamara. Gavin Dyke. Eric Zimmerman. Edio. Mike Majori. Rob Dodge. One minute to the start of the race. James Brown. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Shut them down, shut them down. Straightaway closed.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
So I wasn't sure if you were gonna fix that lap. There was a 48-second. I'm Jerry Sawyer. It skipped my lap, but I had a 40.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
23s, 20, twos.
Let me take a look. What race was that?
Race.
Less than 5.
I'm sorry. That was a four-wheel drive. Jerry Sawyer. Race.
First or second half?
The first one. Sorry. So 15 was it? No.
11.
11. You're right. Because I heard you call it, and then my boy told me, he's like, yeah, you were in second place and you dropped because it skipped a lap.
Okay, let me see what we've got here. I fixed it already.
Oh, you did? So it's
Yeah.
up now?
It's already there.
Okay,
Like,
thanks.
yeah.
It just when I looked, it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's so what it is, you have a 48.8 and then you have a 0.00 afterwards, and that 0.00 is a forced lap where I added a lap manually.
Thank you.
All right, we got checks on all drivers. Marshals look good. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Eddie Goodridge going to lead us around. Followed by James Brown, Jason Jamora, Gavin Dyke, Rob Dodge, Rod Miller, Mike Majori, and Eric Zimmerman. Eddie on the tone. Everyone else when I call your name. James Brown, Jason Jamora, Gavin Dyke, Rob Dodge, Rod Miller, Mike Majori, Eric Zimmerman. And Brett Wilson to the booth after this one, please. Rob Dodge with the early lead at 22.3 in lap number 1. 14.513 is his pace. Right now, your top 5 drivers, that's Mike Majori, Rob Dodge, Eric Zimmerman, Eddie Goodridge, and Gavin Dyke, all going better than TQ pace.
I'm up in the first rack of 2 mod. So I just need a break to finish my lunch, take a leak, make sure my car's together.
Please and thank you. All right, minute 30 into this one. Eric Zimmerman showing the way. 14.517 with a 1. 517 with a 9 out of Rob Dodge. So battle is 1 and 2.
Somebody's got to help Eric. Come on, guys.
Oh, no. Leader getting stuck. Leader's stuck trying to get.
Eric, wait next time so you can get help.
So Eric Zimmerman had an issue where he got stuck behind a jump. Two and a half into this one, 2.5 to go. Mike Majori now out front. Gavin Dyke in that number 2 spot. So Gavin 8/10 off of Mike Majori for the lead here. So we'll take a lap with our leader, Mike Majori, working his way to the left side, double to the wall ride, coming down the step down. Oh, and Mike Majori loses it. Caution step down, headed to the triple. So Mike, lucky to have enough power to punch into that double single. So Mike with a little bit of a long one here. He's got a little time to recover. 3 down, 2 to go. 3 down, 2 to go. Rob Dodge going to take over that top spot now. 13.502 with a 5. 502 with a 7 for Gavin. Majori 508 with a 2. Only 2.9. Make it 3 seconds off of the lead. So Majori still very much in this one. Eric Zimmerman 8 seconds back in 4. James Brown, Eddie Goodrich, and Jason Jamora rounding out the field. Did who cross the loop? Yeah. 1 minute 30 to go. 1 minute 30 to go. Gavin going to take over that top spot now here late in this race. So Gavin comes down the step down, coming up to the triple. James Brown, leader coming up on you. Awesome. Thank you, sir. So Rob Dodge now your leader.
1 minute
Gavin
left.
Dyke in the 2 spot, 1 second back. Mike Majori 7/10, make it 6/10 back off of Gavin. No, make it off of Rob. So it's Rob, Gavin, and Mike all on the same second now. 45 seconds to go. 3-way battle for the lead. Looking good here late in qualifying round number 1. Rob Dodge a 22.1 last time by. Gavin goes 22.8, a 23.1 now this time for Rob Dodge. And just like that, Mike Majori has taken back over that lead. Only driver on 14 laps. 25 seconds to go, Mike Majori, 14.522, a 13.5 flat for Rob Dodge, a 13.501 for Gavin Dyke, a 5.11 for Eric Zimmerman. So Gavin with a tough one here at 26.6, 5 seconds to go. Gavin, you got leader right behind you. Awesome. That's exactly how you do it. So drivers, time has expired on the master clock. Keep on
Gavin
going until
Dyke
she
done.
calls you done.
James Brown done.
So Gavin is done. James is done.
Eric Zimmerman done.
Eric done.
Jason Jamara done.
Looking for Mike,
Rob Dodge done.
Rob and Eddie.
Mike
Rob and
Majori
Eddie
done.
to finish. Eddie to finish. So we got one more live. Marshall, stay in position. No pressure, Eddie.
Eddie O
All stop,
done.
all done, all stop, all
All
done.
drivers
Mike
are finished.
Majori takes that one. 14.520. 522 for Rob Dodge. Gavin Dyke comes home third. 13.505. 508 for Eric. Followed by Eddie, James, and Jason. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. I got to manually add a lap here.
The race is
over
completed.
On Eddie. Eddie, if I could see you for a second.
Up next, race number 17. 17.52 WD Buggy by Wild Turbo Fan. Heat 3 of 4.
Right back out to the marshal positions, please.
Bam Bam,
Watch
Keith
this
Holton,
backstretch. Watch the backstretch. You
Derek
guys
Riedel,
work together there,
Jim
please.
Valisic,
Work together.
Sausage,
Spread them out.
Jerry
You guys are
Sawyer,
warming up.
Samantha Sprinkle, One minute to the start of the race. Pink Panther. 45
All right,
seconds to the start of the race.
Go ahead and shut it down. Shut it down.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, order's going to go. Doesn't
Less
sound
than
like
5.
Garrett's going to make it, so it's going to go Samantha, Jim, Rodrigo, Seth, Keith, Dan, and Jerry. All right, corners ready, drivers ready. It's Billings. Are you up there? You're not in this one, buddy. All right, it is Samantha on the tone. Less than 5. Jim, Rodrigo, Seth, Keith, Dan, and Jerry. Watch bottom clear. All right, we're off to a nice clean start here. We have Jerry Sawyer, or Seth Bozer leading the way. Jerry in the 2, Keith Holton in the 3, then Samantha, Dan, Rodrigo, Jim, and you guys are chasing a 14.520 set by Mike Majori. So Seth, you're on a 13.503. Keith is on a 13.510. Jerry's on a 13.515. Watch. Get in there. Another one for you, Jims. You busy guy. Here we go. Seth Bozer still out on a 14.521 now, so he is close to that TQ pace. Keith Holton's 13.504. Jerry Sawyer's on a 12.505. Triple I'm hearing. Clear. Good job, James. Corner marshal, just make sure you're watching your area. If they're faster than you, let them go. Tuck in and follow. We are qualifying. It is Seth Bozer. Keith Holton still separated by 2.2. Now Seth is on a 14.519. He's on a TQ pace. So Seth Bozer on a good run here. Onto the wall right he goes. Onto the double single. Nice and smooth for Bozer. Keith Holton now 1.5 behind him on the clock. So here comes Holton now to the loop. That's your number 2 car. Down the backstretch he goes onto the roller coaster. So Seth Bozer is 14.518 now. Still that TQ pace, and Holton 14.522. Dan Wilcox to the 3 or 4. Jerry 3, Dan 4. Then Rodrigo, Jim, and Samantha. But Seth still 14.517. Needs help here. Just flip him around. He's good. Flip him around. Yep. Hope everybody's having a good time at the park today. Don't forget to go check out the rest of the park. If you haven't been here before, there's more to it. There's a whole nother side. Help us share out this to the social media world, if you would. 144, Holton to the top now, 14.520. Seth Bozer down to a 14.522 with that 25-second lap. Jerry Sawyer, 13.516. So Holton on a real close to a TQ run. He's matching Majori right now, so we'll check him. Oh, no, that is your leader. Get there. That's going to be a little long lap for Holton there. $112 now for Holton, 14.519. Bozer, 14.522. Jerry Sawyer, 13.514.
1 minute left.
Oh, good. 1 minute to go. Holton, 14.522. Seth Bozer, 14.522. So these guys are separated just by 1/100th of a second on the clock right now. Bozer coming around here to the loop. Bozer going by, makes a mistake. Holton still holding that with that 22-second lap. 14.521, so right now Majority's TQ pace is safe with 29 seconds to go. Ten seconds on the master clock. Watch it here. Get in there, Gavin. Don't just stare at it. Go. These cars, they need
Jim
help. You
Balazic
gotta
done. Sausage done. Jerry Sawyer done.
Jerry's done. Seth's done. Jim's done.
Bam Bam done.
Dan's
Pink
done.
Panther done. Keith Holton done. Samantha Sprinkle done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's a race. Holton, 14.520. Looks like you did it. You got the TQ, Holton. Seth Bozer, 13.501. Jerry, 13.507. Followed by Dan, Rodrigo, Samantha, and Jim.
The race is completed.
Having issues, huh?
Did you hear it too out there? Stupid audio now.
Yeah, it sounds like she's like blah, 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 in the water.
Golly, what a day, bro.
Came in and asked for a second to grab my food, and then I forgot to grab my food when I walked out of here.
I just shut down the program, turned it back on because my audio is sketchy.
Yeah, that happens every now and then.
Oh boy. What race number are we on here?
It should be 17, 18. Third heat, or fourth heat of 17.5.
Up next, race number 18. 17.52 WD Buggy by Wild Turbo Fan.
Turn it down.
Heat 4 of 4. Kevin Gross. Anthony Sawyer. Dwayne Billings. Makaylee Chase.
All right, it's
Cameron
Brandon
Bush.
Eubanks has not
Mark
checked.
Rodriguez.
I need to check on Eubanks. Eubanks, William, and Zach have not checked.
William Tass.
There's William looking for Zach Lalone, Brandon Eubanks.
Zach Lalone.
We got 1:15 left on the clock, countdown clock here, so I need Brandon Eubanks. Are you here, bud? Oh. Is it blinking? Nothing.
1 minute to the start
there
of
you
the
are.
race.
There you go.
Brandon Eubanks.
All right, so the order's going to go Brandon, Cameron, Dwayne, Mark, Anthony, Makaylee, William, Zach,
45
and Kevin.
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, on the tone, we're going with Brandon. Corner's ready. Oh, need one on the A-Main Hobbies. Somebody jump over there on
30
the A-Main
seconds to the
Hobbies
start
side,
of the
please.
race.
Corner by the A-Main Hobbies, back of the hill. Thank you, Scott. Oh, Kevin's going to grab it. And need one more there. Yep. Right in front of the DieHard banner. So who's got me?
15
Who's got
seconds
me
to
on
the start of the race.
over here on the right side of the track? Jackson walked away, but he came back because he
Less than 5.
He's been raised right. Okay. All right, so don't anybody jump into that code. You'll never find your car again. All right, here we go. Brandon on the tone. Go. Cameron. Dwayne. Mark. Anthony. McKaylee. William. Zach. And Kevin. All right, you guys, race each other nice and clean. Remember, we're qualifying. Just pause, and go. All right, this is our last group, 17.5 on the track. So staging up is our two-wheel mod, race 19. Two-wheel mod buggy, race 19, staging. All right, it's Anthony, William, and Dwayne. That's your top three right now. You guys are on a 14.5.11. So right now, TQ pace for Sawyer. We'll find a leader here. On to the double single he goes. Front stretch here with Billings right behind him. That's your number 3. Your leader's in front of you, Billings. Orange car. So Anthony 14.509, Williams on a 14.517, Dwayne's on a 13.501. Way to get in and out of there. Good job there. Anya's on it. Okay. All right. Take it off. Take it off. Rod's going to get you. Anthony 14.509 still. He is on a TQ pace. Williams on a 14.516. TQ also. Dwayne in the 3, then Kevin, McKaylee, Mark, Brandon, Zach, and Cameron. So Anthony's your orange and yellow car with yellow wheels. That's your leader. Your number 2 is William Tass. I want to thank all you guys for putting DieHard RC on your summer calendar. I know how busy summers are. It's great having everybody in the park today. Watch the double single up front. Double single up front. So Sawyer 14.506 still. William on a 14.521. Drag racing tomorrow over there on the other side of the park. Behind you there. That's how that works. Nice job. So 108, Sawyer 14.507, Billings 13.501, William 13.502, Mark Rodriguez
1 minute
12.503,
left.
followed by McKaylee, Brandon, Zach, Kevin, and Cameron. 55 seconds left in this one. Anthony's still on a really strong run, 14.507. Oh, Kevin is getting worked. Worked. Somebody bring him a towel. So the track will be closed between rounds as we do a couple maintenance items on the track, like moving the loop, so we don't have that issue anymore. Want to thank the Rugrats. You guys are on it. Thanks for all the hard work you guys do to keep these races going. 10 seconds. Sawyer still 14.506. William 14.522. Dwayne 13.509. McKaylee 12.505. Followed by Mark, Brandon, Kevin, Zach, and Cameron. There is your master clock. Has expired. Keep going until I call you done. You're not hearing the computer simply because we're having another issue with audio now with that. So keep going.
Dwayne
Everybody's
Billings
still
done.
live.
Mark
The only one
Rodriguez
done's
done.
Dwayne.
Anthony Sawyer done.
Mark's done. Anthony's done. Next time you go by, you will be done. Next time you cross, you'll be done.
Makaylee Chase done. Brandon Eubanks done. Zach Lalone done. Cameron Bush done. William Tass done.
Waiting on Kevin.
Kevin Gross done.
Okay, that's a race. That's
All
a race.
drivers are
Anthony
finished.
takes the TQ for the 17.5, 14.508 over Keith Holton's 14.520. Then goes William, Dwayne, Mark, McKaylee, Kevin, Brandon, Zach, and Cameron Bush.
The race is completed.
All right, that is a race into our two-mod group now. This is race 19, jumping on the stand. So wait for our marshals to take their position, and then we'll go ahead and bring the track live. So marshals, right to the track, please.
Up next, race number 19. 2WD
So in this
modified
group, we
buggy
got
by
Travis,
Toyota Lift
Keith,
NW Heat
Deb,
1 of 3.
Matthew, Ashen, Luke, Waylon, Brandon, and Matt Ortiz. Yeah, waiting for corners, just waiting for corners. Come on, make it to your corners, guys. Quick, quick, quick. We're trying to do this so you stay alive, and it actually makes you hurry. All right, Brandon, Matt, we got it. I got you handled. All right, so
Waylon
corners,
Rose.
Mark's grabbing that one. I need one more on the orange cone over here on the right side of the track. One more corner and we go. One more corner and we go racing. Marcus is making his way out. Look at him hustle too. That's awesome, man. Big tall legs, really moving quick. All right, so we got Travis. So you guys warm him up. Go for it. Check him in. Warm him up.
1 minute to the start of the race. Brandon Dyke. Ashon Bristol. Derek Farmer. Keith Holton. Peeler. 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Luke Eunice.
Looking for a check from Matthew Miller and Ortiz. Both Matthews, no checks.
Matthew Ortiz. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less Matthew than 5. Miller.
I got it. You're good, Matthew. All right, I'll stop. Straightaway's close. Hey. Oh. All right, well, the race clock is still winding down here. All right, so the order will be Peeler, Farmer, Miller, Bristol, Eunice, Rose, Dyke, and Ortiz. All right, corners are in position. Corners ready. Peeler on the tone. Here we go. Don't listen for a tone. Go on my go. Go. Farmer. Miller. Bristol. Eunice. Rose. Dyke. And Ortiz. Oh, Rose gets a decent bounce there on that collision on the roller coaster. Opening lap here, so here we go, 45 seconds in. It's Rose out front, Peeler 2, Eunice 3. Peeler now to the top, Eunice, Rose to the 2. Farmer 3, Brandon Dyke 4. Oh. Long lap for Rose now, so we'll see where he lands, but that's going to give Peeler lots of room out front now. So Peeler's your lead car. He's in the middle of the track now onto the table. That's your leader. Yellow wheels, blue back on the car, yellow and blue. Leader on the roller coaster now. So Ortiz to the 2 spot. So Matthew. Looking like a 16-5-16 right now for Peeler. Matthew on a 15-5-14. Rose on a 15-5-19 in the 3. 14-5-06 for Bristol. But Peeler 16-5-16. Let's not be that guy and get in his way. He is on a good run. He's just crossing the loop now onto the roller coaster into some traffic. So he'll be coming to you real quick. .245 left in this one. Still Peeler on a 16-lap pace. Ortiz on a 15-5-10. Is that Peeler? Yeah, Peeler off the roller coaster, so a couple compounding mistakes there. So that's going to drop him probably back to a 15-lap pace. Watch the table. A little late, sorry. So Peeler goes by now, still the top spot, but 15-5-02. So let's see if he can make that back up with 2:10 remaining in this. Lots of time. Announcer's curse for Peeler. Waylon Rose back to the 2 now, 15-5-09, 4 seconds off the top spot. Matthew in the 3, Ashen 4, Derek 5. Luke, Brandon, and Matthew didn't make this one. Peeler 15-5-03 last time by. Here's your number 2, Rose, now coming to the loop. Now crossing the line goes Rose on a 15-5-08. So minute 30 left in this. Race 20 is on deck. 20. Pace for Peeler, 15-5-04. Rose is reeling him in. Peeler's making some late race mistakes here that's allowing Peeler to come back into this one. It's now 2.3 separating your 1 and 2, and you got Bristol in the 3 now, Ortiz in the 4, Eunice in the 5.
One minute left.
50 seconds remaining on the master clock for you drivers. Peeler 15-5-02, Rose 15-5-07, Bristol 15-5-14, Matthew 15-5-16. .20 seconds remain. 15-5-01 for Peeler. Crosses now with a 15-5-01, so that was a 19-8. That card needs to get pulled. Watch the front section. Triple. Thank you.
Peeler done.
All
Derek
right,
Farmer
that
done.
is time. Everybody keep going till you hear your name. Peeler,
Luke
you are
Eunice
done.
done.
Farmer, you are done. Eunice is done.
Waylon Rose done.
Rose is done.
Brandon Dyke done.
Dyke done.
Ashon Bristol done.
And Ortiz is still live.
Matthew Ortiz
That's a
done.
race. Travis,
All
Waylon,
drivers are
Ashton,
finished.
Matthew, Luke, Derek, Brandon. So that pace got set at a 15.5 flat. So Peeler almost made his way back to that 16 lap pace.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 20. 2WD modified buggy by Toyota Lift NW Heat 2 of 3. Sean Mabel.
All right, I need a marshal to the step down, please. And we can get going. Marshal to the step down, we'll get going. All right, drivers, turn them loose. Let's
1
get 'em
minute
warmed
to the
up.
start of the race. Kelsey Miyoshi. Towel. Keith Holton. Brandon Fry. Josh Gates. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Peter Robinson. Robert Undrill.
All right, drivers, I got checks on everybody. Let's
John
shut 'em
Whalen
down. Shut 'em
TIA.
down on the rollers.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Tyler Wilbur is going to lead us around. Kelsey Miyoshi will roll off 2, followed by Brandon
Less than
Fry,
5.
Josh Gates, Peter Robinson, Sean Maybell, John Walencia, Robert Undrill, and Keith Holton. Tyler Wilbur, you're going to go on my tone. Everyone else when I call your name. Tyler, go Kelsey, Brandon, John, Peter, Sean, Robert, and Keith. Sorry, John and John, I should have been a little bit more clear. Everybody coming around now for their second lap. Kelsey Miyoshi, a couple of good ones in a row. 20.9, backs it with a 20.2 in that number 1 spot, 15.508. Got a 520 now for Maybell in that number 2 spot. Maybell picking right up where he left off in 40 plus. So swapping out to white wheels this time. John Walencia up there in that number 3 spot, making the number 2, so it's 15.509 for Kelsey, a 5.18 for Walencia, 5.19 for Maybell, Peter Robinson, a 5.21. These are your top 4. Top 4 separated by only 2.5 seconds here. Minute 30 into this one, 3:30 to go. Looking for John Walencia, now your leader. Caution get up to the wall ride. Wilbur and Miyoshi getting into it. So Walencia coming through the S's, working his way to the tabletop right now. In that number 1 spot, Peter Robinson in front of him on track. In that number 2, Maybell right behind John Walencia going down that straightaway in that number 3 spot. So Walencia in the purple and yellow. Red, white, and yellow is Maybell. Peter Robinson, the slate gray X-ray car in that number 3 spot. Two and a half into this one, 2.5 to go. Hot lap on track belongs to Peter Robinson. Back on lap number 4, 19.725. So Wilbur out here piloting the struggle bus in this one. In that number 5 spot, Keith Holton in 6, followed by Robert, Josh Gates, and Brandon Fry. Coming up on 3 down, 2 to go. Walencia out front, looking good here, 15.517. Right now, top qualifying pace is a 15.5 flat set by Peeler. Back in race number 19, that was heat 1 of 2 mod. So Walencia 5.17 right now as he comes over that tabletop, purple and yellow on yellow wheels. 15.516 now, 20.6. Kelsey Miyoshi back up into that 2 spot, 19.994 last time by. Sean Maybell still rolling 3, 14.501, 14.505 for Peter. So Sean and Peter both have a decent chance of a 15 lapper here in qualifying round number 1. One minute, 10 seconds, drivers. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go.
One minute left.
Kelsey Miyoshi now 15.517 with a 2, only 0.6 of a second behind John Walencia. So they're not really very close on the track, but they're really, really close on the clock. Yeah, Kelsey crossing the line, just a second to go. 15.516 with a 2. Walencia 5.15 with a 9. So both of those guys putting in great laps, lap after lap. 30 seconds, drivers. 30 seconds to go. One 5 seconds to go, drivers. 5 seconds. Miyoshi, a long one, 23.9. Still in that number 2 spot, but just 1 second ahead of Maybell. Maybell back on a 15 lapper here. Caution triple, clear. Oh no, Maybell
Towel
was
done.
on a 15.
Kelsey Miyoshi
Marks
done.
it after the triple. Driver's time has expired on the master clock. Keep on going until she calls you done.
Peter Robinson done. Sean Maybell done. Brandon Fry done.
Kelsey's done on a 5 flat, 14.5 flat, 14.503 with a 1 for Maybell, 503 with a 7.
John
for
Whale
Robinson.
NTIA done.
Wilbur 13.501, looking for Keith, Robert, and
Keith Holton
Josh.
done.
Keith, Robert, and Josh. Robert
Josh
and
Gates
to
done.
finish.
Robert Undrill
All
done.
stop, all done, all stop,
All
all
drivers
done.
are
John
finished.
Walencia 15.515, a 14.5 flat for Miyoshi, followed by Maybell, Robinson, Wilbur, Keith Holton, Robert Undrill, Brandon Fry, and Josh Gates. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Drivers, park your cars. Get right back out there to Marshall.
The race is
Up now
completed.
is going to be race number 21, third and final heat of two-wheel drive modified buggy presented by Toyota Lift Northwest.
Up next, race number 21. 2WD modified buggy by Toyota Lift NW Heat 3 of 3.
Race number 21 coming up right now. Two-wheel drive modified buggy presented by Toyota Lift Northwest. Wes Briscoe, Devin King, Austin Cracknell, Raymond Shell, Johnny Chase, Kevin Foch, Joe Kinsella,
Austin
and
Cracknell.
Marcus Ramirez. Drivers, hold on to your cars for just a second here. Let's get our marshals back out. And drivers from that last race back out here to Marshall.
1 minute to the start of the race.
I need a marshal. Got Sean coming out to the center. All right. Drivers, let's go ahead and warm them up. I still need a marshal.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
In front of the Tekin banner. Marshal in front of the Tekin banner.
Johnny Chase. Wes Briscoe.
Peter's headed out there. Drivers,
Joe
go ahead and check
Kinsella.
him in.
Marcus Ramirez.
Still
30
looking for a check
seconds
on
to the
Raymond.
start of the
Raymond
race.
Shell check. All right, I
Raymond
got checks on
Shell.
all drivers. Shut them down on the rollers.
Devin King. Kevin Focht. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
Wes Briscoe is going to lead us around this time. Devin King will roll off 2. Austin Cracknell 3. Raymond Shell 4.
Less than 5.
Johnny Chase 5. Kevin in the 6. Joe 7. Marcus 8. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Everybody go when I call your name. Wes Briscoe. Wes Briscoe. Devin King. Austin Cracknell. Raymond Shell. Johnny Chase, Kevin Foch, Joe Kinsella, Marcus Ramirez. Austin Cracknell, a 20 flat, opening up on a 15-5 flat with a 5. Everybody right now chasing that TQ from Travis Shrevin in heat number 1. 15-5 flat with a 7. Oh, caution triple. That goes infield side, infield side. Caution right behind you, Matty. Matty, right behind you. That one triple side, triple side. One minute into this one, Austin 19.8 backs it with a 19.2, showing 16 and a 5.15 with a 5. Marcus Ramirez showing 15.513 in that number 2 spot, 3.5 back. And right now, your top 6, Austin, Marcus, Joe, Wes, Johnny, and Raymond, all in the hunt. 5.5 seconds separating your top 6. And we'll take a lap with our leader, Austin Cracknell, showing a little chassis to the fans there over the triple. Coming around to the tabletop, working his way to the roller section. Up and over that right side double, comes across the line, 19.6, showing 16.515 flat. And guys, just a reminder, Rugrats crew, just a reminder, we're going to be relocating the loop after this heat. Relocating the loop after this heat. Track will be closed between rounds. We do a computer reboot and a resort. Let's go ahead and expect 10 minutes after this one. So novice, be ready. Be ready at 2:40 for novice. 2:40 for novice. Austin Cracknell, 16.515 with a 1. 15.506 with a 5 for Marcus. Wes Briscoe, a 5.06 with a 4 now in the 2. So you're 2 and 3 bouncing back and forth. Joe Kinsella in the mix as well. 15.511, just 1.8 back from Marcus. 2:45 into this one. 2:15 to go. 2:15 to go, drivers. Austin, the only driver on TQ pace. Marcus, 5.06, only 6 seconds back. Wes Briscoe in that number 3 spot, hot on the heels for Marcus. A little bit of a traffic jam as they come over that tabletop. Looking for Marcus Ramirez in that number 2 spot. Comes across the line in the number 3 spot. Looking for Wes Briscoe. Wes Briscoe crosses the line at 22.3. Puts Marcus Ramirez back up to the 2. So Austin, Marcus, and Wes. Marcus and Wes is still the best battle on the track. Wes Briscoe coming over that triple. Lands it nice and easy. West taps a pipe after the tabletop, coming over to that right side double and across the line. A 20.4. Marcus Ramirez answered with a 20.1. Gap now 1.9, 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
Joe Kinsella having a solid run here in that number 4 spot, 15.513. Caution after the triple. Clear. Joe Kinsella might have been his first mistake all race. Taps out from that number 4 spot. So with 30 seconds to go, Austin still showing 16.514 now. A 15.504 for Marcus, 507 for Wes, 517 now for Kinsella. Johnny Chase, 14.506 with a 2. Devin, a 14.506 with a 4. So Johnny and Devin locked in a battle. Less than 10 drivers, less than 10. Oh, and Joe goes down a couple laps in a row off of that triple. Time has expired on the
Devin
master
King
clock
done.
drivers. Keep on going
Wes
until she
Briscoe
calls you
done.
done.
Johnny
Joe, you're
Chase
still
done.
hot. Looking for
Austin
a
Cracknell done.
finish on
Raymond
Marcus,
Shell done.
Joe, and Kevin.
Marcus
Joe,
Ramirez
and
done.
Kevin.
Kevin Foch done.
Joe Kinsella to finish. One more to finish. One more to finish. Track still hot.
Joe Kinsella done.
All stop, all done.
All drivers
Austin
are
Cracknell,
finished.
Your TQ 16.514. Marcus Ramirez in that 2 spot 15.503. 506 for Wes Briscoe. Joe Kinsella 15.518. A 14.503 for Devin. 505 for Johnny. Raymond 14.513. 514 for Kevin. I'll stop.
The
all
race
done,
is
I'll stop, all
completed.
done. Give me 10 minutes. 243. Expect to go live with Novice. Again, 243. Expect to go live with Novice. Track is closed. Track is closed.
Up next, race number 1. Novice by Team Associated. Heat 1 of 1.
All right, drivers. Round number 2 should be live at diehardrcracing.liverc.com. It is 2:35 right now, 2:43. We're going live with Novice. So let's go ahead and start getting Novice about 2:40. Let's get Novice to the stand. Parents, friends, supporters of our Novice class, please come out and marshal for them for heat number 1. Again, 2:43. We're going live with Novice.